Well, I don't even know if you have it downloaded, but it's unfortunately.
Download it, or maybe I did, or maybe
It was Back for
I didn't. Oh,
Blood.
it's GTA 17.
Yeah, there you go. It was Back for Blood, but I was trying to play it. Oh my god. It's basically over now,
No, I don't
anyways.
want to play that. Oh my god.
It's so hot and sexy, oh my god.
Do you have fun? I don't care, I never asked. No.
Oh my god, ever since, like, I put, like, a little story of me, like, oh yeah, I had a bit of troubles at work today, and that's when, like, it's been really, really nuts, because I haven't, had a peaceful day yet again from Ed.
Peaceful day at work or at home?
Like, it would be a crazy day at work, and then that's when he's like, oh, I see you're finally working, and then, he, would call and text me, and, like, Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Oh my god. I'm actually playing a new game here.
I didn't ask.
Oh my god.
Just like, I'm really excited. I'm getting a new game. I really like it. I didn't ask. Oh, shit.
The Asian Neo. Oh my god.
I'm gonna send you a snap. I just found these in the store right now when I went to go get green pepper for my lunch, but I found these macaroni and cheese, but it's cheesies instead, and they look kind of good. What they are later.
I'm just gonna pause it for now since I guess we can talk for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I was actually listening to a cutscene I listened to, so I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great game, and then listening to what you say, yeah, sure. It's like, I never asked, it's like, okay, cool, and listening to no, it's just like,
Wait. Hold on a second.
no.
You're actually listening to a cutscene? You never do that. You skip to the whole thing and go, wait, is it over?
Shh, only
You've
on,
done that with like 4 games?
only on holiday.
Oh my god, we're at the end already? Well, where's the story to it? Okay, I skipped it.
Oh.
I need to bust out a shit.
Oh, God. Oh. That looks alright, I guess.
Yeah, Billy B answered.
No, it's just the one day that I posted, like, yeah, so I had a weird day at work today, and my boss this and that, and just, expressing it when I put on the story or whatever, when I was having a heart attack. Or,
You posted your day on Snap or something?
like, I think it was when I was having a, like, fake heart attack or whatever it was.
Well,
And then I put on my story and people were watching, but then that's when, that's when Ed was like, oh my god, I didn't know you were working. I thought you were still driving around getting paid to just drive around. I'm like, sure. Because, literally, like the last time, like the last time we talked was like, when he flipped out, and then that's when we were talking about last time about, like, I was at Best Buy, and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, me and Chris were just talking about playing online. He's like, yeah, but you never listen. All you do is just be a smart. You never pay attention. I'm like, sure. I mean,
you should be like, you sound like my parents.
so like, he was like, yeah, you never pay attention. You're always a smart ass. You never really listen to anyone. And I'm like, I mean, we were just talking about it, but, yeah, but he told you like a million times he was working. He can't fucking do it. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I told you a million times I'm looking for a job, and I wouldn't play anyway, but you don't listen to that shit. You don't give a fuck. And he's like, well, yeah, but see, I just, yeah. And then we didn't talk for like a month, or it seems like we didn't talk for a month or something like that. Close to it.
Pretty close to it. It's like maybe 3 weeks and 2 days.
But then I found Back for Blood was a beta that was going on, which I didn't even know. I think JJ might have informed me on it, and I'm like, oh, good shit. So it's kind of late. I'm like, well, now you fucking tell me. You're supposed, like, you know me by now. You're supposed to let me know this shit so I can play it and do it. But of course, he lets me know before the fucking, like, a day or so before it ends. I'm like, oh my god, gotta get on that shit then. Then I put on my, that's when I put on my story and I was downloading. I'm like, hey, yeah, anybody that's interested, should join me so we can,
Oh, that's what that was.
yeah.
Okay, that's what that. I saw that on Instagram. You were saying, oh yeah, anyone wants to join. I'm like, I know one guy who'd probably be like, only me, okay?
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's exactly it.
Well, my first thought was, oh, I know exactly who would be like down to play with him. But then I'm like, oh, you'd also be like, I like you. I want to play with you. Oh my god, I'll play that game. Fuck that. Let's play a game. I want to play. Fuck that. Come hang on with me right now.
I mean, well, I mean, so far you've nailed everything pretty spot on. It's not that you.
And the last thing to add on that, he'd be like, and when we're playing your stuff, you want to see my penis?
Daily penis, yeah. Well, I mean, again, you're not wrong. I mean, like, he basically, because I put that on my Instagram and Snap, and he saw it. He's like, well, yeah, I would like to, like, join you for sure, but the question is, are you gonna just straight up ignore me and just, not even invite me? And I'm like, sure.
You give me a good idea, sure.
And then, I mean, well, technically speaking, because he gave me permission, so I kind of really didn't invite him, so I just did it by myself. I literally played the story, and I finished it, and I played a little bit online last night. So I did both modes, and then I woke up today kind of late. If I got up this morning, I might have been able to actually have more time. But it was like, yeah, no, the beta's over, but they still let you log in and do stuff. And I'm like, well, this is gay. Whatever. So, unfortunately, that's when I was like, hey, yeah, when I texted you, because apparently for us it ends at 12. And I'm like, hey, yeah, it was like 2 o'clock. Hey, Ty, get home so we can play.
Yeah.
I didn't even...
I was like in the middle of work, and then like as soon as I answered my phone, the Filipinos around me are like, oh, what are you doing? Can I see? What are you doing? Are you on your phone? Are you looking at girls? I'm like, no, I'm on my phone. And then they're like, oh, can I see? And then they looked at you and they were like, what the fuck? And then they walked away. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, come back.
Yeah, I know. I'm a really attractive looking retard.
They literally looked at you and was like, ew, okay, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, oh no.
It's so ugly. Oh god. Well, yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, so Ed was crying because he didn't get a chance to play with me on that, and this morning he would call me and call me and call and call, and my mom eventually, my mom. Fuck. My mom got annoyed of it because it was like, yeah, he called like 5 to 10 times and no answer, and
Yeah, that's what he does.
and then she was like, does he not know when to quit? And I'm like, oh no, this is just his typical,
It's been how many years of him trying to dig into it,
Yeah, he just doesn't understand how to, yeah. I don't know what it is, but with him, it's just like, I understand, baby, I do, but I'm gonna call you 10 more times just to, like, try. Like, I was watching a movie last night, too, after all that was, bullshit was over and done with. I was watching The Hitman's Bodyguard, the first one, and I'm surprised. It was rather pretty enjoyable.
You can watch it again? Damn, I mean, I tried.
What do you mean I can watch it? Wait, what?
You watched it? Like, I mean, for me, I watched that movie so many goddamn times. I tried watching it again before I watched the second one, and I just couldn't.
I never even saw it, but yeah.
You saw the first one, I know that, because we saw it at my house, and we said, hey, Tim, this is the first one before Deadpool.
Okay, yeah, no, at first I was like, I really don't remember for sure watching it then, but then after you reminded me, I was like, okay, no, I definitely do, but I guess, honestly, that was like a year, like, oh my, for some reason, like, now I just definitely remember, it's like, oh, yeah, no, this is the prelude to Deadpool.
You know why you don't remember it? Because you were on your phone the whole goddamn time, trying to text Ed back and all that shit. That's back then when we're like, okay, we're having a movie night, and Will, we mean we're having a movie night. You're like, yeah, I know. Why are you saying it twice to me? I'm like, because you're on your phone the whole time. You're like, no. And then we get there, you're on your phone. Every time I turn around, you're on your phone, and I'm like, hey, you're missing this part. You're like, what?
I mean, wasn't there parts where you were on your phone too? You were either like the.
Well, yeah, because I see the movie, and I'm trying to show you the thing, and you're on your phone, so I'm like, I'll go on mine then, because, you know, fuck it. And then you're like, I never watched that movie. Oh, yeah, I did. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, I forgot why. I was like, because like you remind me, I was like, at first like, no, I definitely no, I didn't, and then now so I was like,
that's the same thing you always say. You're like, no, I gave you your phone back. I'm like, no, you're like,
well, no, because like I have it set stone fact, and then like if you like since you happen to like have a bit more detail to remember a bit of that, I'm like, okay, I can remember a little bit. Okay, and then it's the only, especially it was because that one time where like for Flying Squirrel, and we were like we were debating and having sex over who bought each other's bullshit first. And
oh,
I'm like,
yeah, but I was also fucking around when that.
I mean, you seem to be pretty serious. I was like, no, seriously, I did buy it. I'm like, are we really? Do I have to show you? That's why I showed you the receipt. You're a bitch, like, giving me these headaches and heart attacks for no fucking reason. There's just like, yeah, but I want to like see how far I can take it.
It's because, I don't know.
I just want to see how far I can take this. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now.
There's a reason it's called, it's because, why?
Shut up.
Oh, wait, no, even better. It's your will.
Shut up.
I'm gonna go lie down and see if I can get a bed.
Really? I should unplug
Yeah,
these.
that's when I breathe in.
Jesus. Sand deep.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Oh my goodness.
Erectile dysfunction? Oh my, who the hell's that? Oh my lord. Oh, those are pictures. Oh, I see. Yeah, Paige looks, pretty grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord. I'll show you quickly.
She looked like she's about 18.
She looks like she'll pass for a drug test.
Oh my god. Did you say a drug test?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, she looks like a something else. A human.
She looks like Paige.
Yeah, she looks Japanese.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think we all do.
Oh.
Don't tell JJ because he'll be very, hoo into that.
Yeah, JJ gets racist.
That's how your cousin has changed since we left.
What?
That's how Paige has grown up since we left.
She's not a cousin. You said cousin.
Sorry. Your niece.
Yes. I'm starting to get confused and oh boy. But no, I don't know, for some reason it's like at first it was like, yeah, no, it's like when you were like, no, you definitely did, I was like, okay, you're gonna have to definitely remember, like, refresh my memory, what the hell you're talking about. It's like, and then the whole, yeah, well, we were at my place watching it, I don't still remember, keep going, and it's like, well, because you told you told Tim.
Because Tim was not happy, and then we're like, yeah, but it's okay because this is before before the other movies, and he's like, okay, so we're Ryan Reynolds is it? We're like, yep.
I definitely for sure remember that for 100% now, because it was like, it seems like, is Ryan Reynolds in this? And it's like, yeah, this is actually, I don't know if you know, but this is actually the prelude, the prologue to Deadpool, the origins, and then and it was the whole, winner's choice bullshit, so I got away with that, like, he got away with his thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is the origins to Deadpool. I was like, oh really? I'm like, and it's like, oh, okay. And then it was like, we just went with it. Just sat down and watched.
And then he was near the quarter, near the end, he was like, when is it like going to turn into Deadpool? I'm like, yeah, yeah, just it's coming.
At the credits, just hold on a second, because, like, you know,
The credits. Oh yeah.
it's so weird how he just, like, I mean, at first, like, with he believing it, and it was like, well, we're already, like, an hour plus into the movie. I mean, like, well, again, I barely remembered anything, but the fact that he was, like, into it, like, you know, when's Deadpool coming? It's like, it's 5 minutes until it's over. Just hold on. It's coming. And then, I mean, with all the action going on, I was like, well, Deadpool should be appearing at this point. I mean, I don't understand why he
Yeah,
would...
we were just kind of watching it at that point, like.
But no, I don't know. It's just, you know, there's movies that I've seen, like, so many times, and then there's, there's, like, with, so many movies I've seen, like, quite a bit, actually, quite often, and then I actually kind of, like, it just depends, like, from, like, I think it was, like, last year when I was, like, working with either S&J or Jerry's, and then I would, like, take Monday to Friday, work it, and then the weekend would come, or Saturday and Sunday. If ever in my life, ever again, if I happen to somehow get those days to relax for myself without having, hey, yeah, Billy Beats weekend, we're gonna hang out, then, and then, you know, or family, like, hey, yeah, I need milk, so you're gonna go.
Or your family going, give me food.
Yeah, so I would take the time to get up. I mean, this is actually especially for sure better off when, because I even saw some snap memories of, like, when I was back at home, and then I was on, you know, 6-month vacation, and then I was watching, like, because I've seen the Simpsons movie, but I watched it, and then with I just saw the snap of me recording Grandpa freaking out in the church because COVID-19's coming to haunt everybody, and then you know, Employee of the Month. Like, I mean, again, I've seen, like, so many movies out there, but because it's actually been a while, and plus that's the only thing I do, or I used to do for, like, years ago. I would just basically get up, either go to work, come home, and do YouTube all the time, and I never actually even watch movies to just actually kind of mellow out. That's what I started doing. I'm like, you know what? If, you know, you're busy and I don't really give a rat's ass about what Ed's doing because, you know, he's summoning the devil every 2 minutes, so sure. And then, you know, bullshit, so I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm just going to kind of go off like that. And then I'm like, all right, well, you know what? No one wants to bother with me, and that's a good thing. So I'm gonna take this advantage to just chill the H out. Start watching movies. I've seen them before, but you know, I went from just doing that, and then I wanted to watch newer movies I haven't seen. So that's when I, you know, recently watched The Hitman's Bodyguard, especially from, like, working at the hotel for a couple weeks. Well, recent.
every second, it's like, have you seen the new movie Hitman's Bodyguard's coming? Well, I know you haven't. Well, so you get the.
It was so annoying. Like, the thing is, because there's one day in the meeting that we had, and oh my god, I wish sometimes it was like, you know, if I bothered, I wanted to take my phone and start recording these meetings, and I wish I did to send it to you, because it would be like, either sometimes it was either no one, like, again, people would be new hires, and then it's, okay, welcome this person, yay, the two supervisor managers are clapping, everybody else, and then no one gives a shit, and it's like, okay, tell you what,
Like, well, look at all the new hires, yay, and Will.
and then the second one is like, okay, welcome this new person as well, it's like, yeah, and
I'd probably do it under my breath, like, Will's homeless.
the third person, like, it's almost like, for some reason, it was almost like every person that would be a newcomer, and that would constantly come like, okay, meet this person, no one give a shit. Then it was like, okay, let's try this person, maybe they'll care about this person, okay, and so, and it's just like,
And then they kept trying, maybe this person, maybe this one.
okay, well, I know we hired you like a week or two ago, but okay, yeah, and Will's new here. It's like,
They forget you work there or something like that.
they start taking the current employees that they have, and Lester, here he is, you know, the one, like, he was training me. I was like, and then here he is, yeah, he's been here for 2 years, he's also, you know, yeah, it's like,
He's been here for 2 years. Woo, let's go. And there's Will.
it's so weird. But the last second or third or whatever it was meeting we had, I go in there, And all I literally hear is the second I go down the stairs, because that's basically, it's like as soon as I get there, I go to the left, go down the stairs, and all that shit's there. And then we have our meeting. All I hear is a bunch of
What if it was me? I came into the building.
Oh god, you come into the building. I was like, they're doing their like ritual thing, and they have all the candles lit up, and there's just you. You just join in, and it's like, Ty, come. And it's like, no, no, I'm going.
Actually, I was laughing my ass off the other day because I was thinking about we were in the parking lot of McDonald's and we had our window down and I'm like, and then these kids outside were like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then you're like, oh my god, this is funny. Can we get another one? And they're like, and you were like, oh my god, yeah. Can we get another one? They're like.
And then there's just, and then I look to my left. I'm like, yeah, let's do it again. And they're like, they walk away, just skip away. I look to my right, and I just see you. You're like having a weird ass heart attack, and you're just like fucking, like you're almost breaking my car. The whole thing is moving back and forth. You're just like having some sort of seizure or some shit, laughing your ass off.
That's how it is.
I wish we could have fucked and then had a camera watching.
You can't say that. Ed's gonna get so fucking jealous. He's gonna record it and say you're jealous of him.
Then he's gonna call me gay because, you know, he has it on his phone to jerk off to. And then we have to go back to McDonald's, the same place that we were just at, so that we can confirm.
You're fucking gay. I recorded this and I watch it every night, and you just, I can't believe you do
It's the stupidest thing. It's like that one night you put your foot to my face to measure my head, and it was bigger than my head. You holy fuck. And then my head was between your knees, like, you know, not even anywhere close to your gooch. And then apparently it was like, no.
There were times where you were something, you know?
And then that's when Ed's like, yeah, no, I got recorded, you're gay. And then, you know what, we have to go to like, you know, seriously.
I never recorded you're gay.
And then we go to McDonald's just to confirm that I'm gay. And it's like, well, Ty's bisexual. I mean, I even talked to my dad recently, and, you know, the whole, like, he was kind of worried about my end, because, like, you know, the whole, well, see, he was talking about how you were on the gay end. I'm like, well, no, but he's bi, because I have to also clarify with him too. Everyone forgets about, you know, how you are. I'm like, no, Ty's bi. And he's like, well, what, does he prefer men or women? I'm like, it's 50-50. I don't know. Flip a
question everybody fucking asks, and whenever people ask, it's like, oh, okay, well, here's a better one. It's like, it doesn't matter, does it? Well, I want to know. Okay, well.
I think if anything, I asked you only once, like, hey, do you, like, I mean,
Oh, you've asked me more than once, I know that. I was kind of getting annoyed at one point, because I'm like, we hang out all the time, and you ask it, and I'm like, yeah, it's the same answer as before. And then you ask me, oh, what do you prefer more? I'm like, again? Okay, well, I'll tell you again. It's like, it depends on the person. It's like, okay, well, which one do you prefer? I'm like, fuck, I got it. And then I was, oh my god.
I mean, I get it's weird because we both have our perspectives, like how much of like we all remember on this stuff, and like, I mean,
yeah, it's accurate. You forget your shit because you're far away from Winnipeg.
What the fuck?
And I would know if you guys were asking about my sexuality. I definitely would recall if you guys were asking. I recall everyone who fucking asked.
I mean, I definitely recall. I know I asked, but then
I guess I wouldn't remember if I was, you know, straight or you know, sideways or whatever. Or maybe I'm not even male. Maybe I'm female. I have to remember by people asking.
No, you're just salt and pepper. Oh god.
No, that's racist. I'm just salt. I'm white.
You're sexual chocolate. You like to be black.
So, you know,
Oh, for fuck. God, I mean, I swear, it's either the first or second or maybe third time when I asked, and that's when you're like, you know, no, you prefer, you know, it was just love is love, and that's exactly what you told me, and that's when eventually I was like, okay, I finally, you know, stopped, and then I was like, you know, the odd time if otherwise.
It's like, I finally stopped, but then yesterday I asked again.
The point where, like, I mean, well, every time I would bug you before, I was like, yeah, but come on, Ty, everyone has to ask you, so I gotta ask you too. Like, you know, I everyone bugs you about it. My dad, like, and then at this point, it was just like, you know, everyone who keeps asking me, like with Ed, my dad, or I mean, when my dad's asked me like once, I think, or whatever, and then that's when Ed keeps like, oh, he is way too obsessed with your sexuality, and he calls me gay. I don't know about that guy, like. You know, Will, you're gay, but Ty needs to be straight and bi. Like he, it's so next time like Ed decides to ask me, it's like so he can't remember. It's like so is Ty like I can't remember, he's bi or something, right? Like I just want to know. It's like why we've been through this a million times. And it's like why must you know? Is this gonna be on your resume? Your strengths? Well, one of my friend's friend is bi. What is your strengths? Being bi. Oh, God. And I'm just gonna.
And then my second strength, being asked. Sexuality.
I'm just gonna tell him, you know what, Ed? Tell you what, take $1 or a quarter and then flip a coin, and then you know what? Whatever result, if it lands on the edge, then it's both. He'll be bi, and if he lands on heads, he likes heads. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Billy Bean, yeah, but like." If he likes tails, well, I guess he'll show tails then. Oh my God! But no, it's just at this point, it's like, oh. My dad would ask that, and I'm like, no, he's into both. He's bi 50-50. He told me he split the planet in half, man, to something else. And then he was kind of more worried about me and, you know, the whole. And I'm like, look, me and Ty have already, like, because I told him, like, I think what scared him was because I was like, I told my dad that you and I have an incredible, like, super, super strong, like, you know, close connection kind of thing, and that's what really worried.
And he's probably like, he looks at you like, boy.
He's like, please, boy, I want you to have kids one day. And
what if he regrets that? Because, you know, you and Aaron are rich.
Wow. That's a jump and a half.
That almost sounded like, wow.
Wow, I'm impressed, but I'm also depressed. I'm impressed, depressed. This is turning into a podcast here. Oh, fuck. No, it's just he wanted me. He's like, you know, boy, I'm getting really scared about you. What do you mean you have a strong, like, super close, strong connection with Ty? I'm like,
the same thing with you and Ed, because he just wants to butt in and
no.
You and Ed, no.
Like he was asking me, I was like, what do you mean? I mean, I'm scared to even ask, but what do you mean you have a strong connection?
Dad, we fuck.
I was like, well, okay. When I had to screw around a little bit, like, well, when one of us decides to have a baby, someone has to.
Oh my God.
Oh God! And he's like, no, seriously, boy. Like, you know, I'm scared. Like, you know, like, I mean, he'll be like proud. Like, you know, I mean, preferably he wishes that I would be straight and normal, but at this, but
you know, sometimes you're actually more flamboyant than I am. Sometimes I know that.
No, I know, and that's when he was even telling me, you know, the way how you are, that's not gonna get any girls on your tail. And I'm like, well, good for me. I don't. You know, I could be so normal for 10 goddamn years and not be a goof once. And well, yeah, that's the thing. It's either you. It's so ugly. He tossed my salad. He looks good enough to toss my eggs in salad.
There goes our last female.
There goes our last hermaphrodite.
Oh, fuck.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, no. Again, I told my dad, it's like, look, it's literally a light switch. I can be a total retard, and then I can switch it off to being totally normal. Honestly, it's just
That's how we know. That's how we normally are. We're like normal. Then we pull out the phones and cameras, and we're like,
I don't know. It's just I even told him, it's like, look, this world is full of stupidity, bullshit, and I don't mean in the goofy. I mean it's literally.
And then you're like, this world's for all the stupid things, and I want to be part of it.
It's too simple. I want it to be complicated. Like, it's full of bullshit and depression and all the stupid shit that goes on and all the politics. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I gotta entertain myself. I can't I can't rely on. Hey, look, Ed, I need you to, like, yell at me, make me happy or something. What the fuck? I don't know. It's just like, again, he was asking about that. I'm like, well, I'll put it this way: when Ty and I used to hang out, and that's really, really super sad to even think about at that point. It's like, holy fuck, I had to say used to.
We broke up now.
Yeah, we took our ring pops off of our fingers.
I mean, I remember we're at your sister's place, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. Look, we're married. Here's our rings."
Yeah, no, I know. It's like Norbit. When Norbit marries Rasputin, they put their fucking ring pops on each. Yeah, I watched that too, because, like, oh god, I get all these movies to watch, and it's fucking fabu. But I just told my dad, it's like when we used to hang out. I hate saying that, but the whole former part of hanging out, and then that's when I tell him, it's like, it's literally the most spontaneous random thing that we just, like, end up either saying the same thing all the fucking time without even trying, or we do the same thing.
That was so scary, because sometimes we would both say the same thing, and I just have the biggest shock, like, what the fuck? Like, and we look at each other for, like, that 4 seconds, we're like, what the fuck?
Oh god, we even have it recorded driving in the Camaro. I was like, I love it. We both said it. Yeah. Oh god, and it's like, some people really, like, I mean, for JJ's and me and JJ happened to say the same thing, and I was like kind of freaking out a bit, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, am I supposed to laugh? And I was like, no, don't feel special. Me and Ty always do.
No, don't feel special. This only happens once. With me and Ty, this happens more like twice a week. I mean, that's the scary thing, is it's happened more than, like, a normal amount. Like, but, like, it's for me, I remember it, like, happening more than, like, 10 times in a month. It was just like, it's something that happens even if we didn't plan it.
You even sent me for, like, 22 Jump Street or whatever it was. You were like, send me those two black guys, like, hey, Jinx, you want me a Coke, coffee, punch buggy? Oh my god, hey, did you know? And then they were just talking, like, they were synchronizing their talk, whatever. It was like, oh my god. But that's what I told my dad. It's like, we both have this weird, buggered, stupid, goofy, just very flamboyant connection that we just do and say the same weird shit. And then everyone looks at us like, what the fuck is it? Like, what kind of crack are they on? And it's like, yeah, we love it. And then,
Yeah, we were having kids.
Just fold in your penis and then you have a vagina. You'll start bleeding for your vagina. The superhero movie when Leslie Nielsen was his father, if you remember that movie.
Oh.
In 2 months you'll start bleeding from your vagina.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
It's not every month now. It's every 2 months. You'll start bleeding. Imagine eating one of the mount, and then the blood just comes pouring out. You eat it so hard, Mortal Kombat style, and then it's like, whoo, you're in for some extra ketchup on that. God.
Oh my god.
Sounds so hot. God damn it.
Yeah, it makes me hungry now.
I don't know. Again, we were talking about 50 different things. But again, yeah. So originally, I was gonna play Back for Blood, and I was trying to, I was trying to play it, and then the time ran out, and then Ed was crying. He was like, "Yeah, so if you're actually not gonna ignore me for once, and then we can you can invite me, and then we can play." And then of course you ended up guessing it right. It was like, oh, also, and then he somehow.
There's nothing going on. Don't mind the sounds over here.
Oh, give me a run. Okay. Give me a run. You fix this damn door. This is very...
I'm just getting rid of my frustration.
This is kind of strange. I mean, I'm literally still... like recording or filming a game, and then my mic is going off, and all I hear is you're screaming and shooting, and I just see my computer, the waves on the mic is just going like a bitch. Just start it up and start this shit. Yeah. So.
Oh my god! It's like when you were saying, "Oh, you went to Boston Pizza." I was in the back. I was shooting up the place. Well, here it is.
You actually got that. I like that too. I was like, so where's Will in that picture? Well, he died like a couple years ago. Oh, God.
I said you moved. Not
Oh yeah, they moved, right? And then there's just Brad.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm like, oh, shut up the place. I'm like, oh yeah, see, I respawned though, so that's why.
You can't see me, but I'm shooting the place up in the background. And then, well, you're playing. You just somehow you took a video and now you're playing it to show me. So good. Sounds like GTA screams, but yeah.
No.
Collecting money. I remember that too when I was shooting people and taking their money in the Boston Pizza. Yeah, that's it. We got.
Holy shit, you remember that?
Yeah, I guess. We have to do that when I.
Oh my god, I see a girl in leggings working out. Maybe I should get a pair, then I'll be working out too.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That's how it works, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, ask Paige. Me and her can work out together.
Oh, Jay's just gonna be Jelly Belly, and Tim's gonna be suing you because you're. God.
What?
Tim's gonna sue you because yeah, he wants Paige, and then JJ's gonna like want to too.
Yeah.
We should if you like well actually it's Monday, so if you I thought you were gonna be here by yesterday, but I guess not. So if
Oh
you
yeah, I forgot about that.
was I supposed to have a flight today?
Oh yeah, there was my flight ticket. So.
I bought a plane ticket. I was supposed to do something with this ticket.
Oh my god, that'd be so bad. Be like, I went to work today. I'd be like, oh, I feel like I was something I was supposed to do today. Oh wow.
I bring up, hey, weren't you supposed to be in a different province or country by now? Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's what that extra ticket was for. Christ, I bought a plane ticket and I thought it was, for some reason, I was told it was the Willy Wonka Golden Chocolate Factory ticket bullshit.
You can hear the air running out of your lungs on that one.
I had to push the last second out. So, talking like Tim there for a second. How does he do that? Like, talks like a fucking 80 chapters, and then he says it in one breath, and then I have to take a breath.
And then he also says, "Oh my god, I need it's a disorder thing." No, Tim, you just talking really fast.
It's a disorder thing. I talk too fast. I have a disorder disability. I talk way too fast.
That's why I can't get a job, because I talk too fucking fast.
My car has a disability. It drives. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, what the fuck?
My car's disability. It drives over 10 miles per hour. Oh, God.
Yeah, I can't have that.
Yeah, shit. I gotta get, a scooter so it doesn't go at all.
Another one.
Oh, my God. I can just see you do that. I was like, I bought this ticket, but it's useless. I'm gonna give it to a homeless person. But he's already in Edmonton, so.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, that's the thing. I was even talking to my aunt. I was like, is there like a some sort of compromise? Like he comes here and then stays here for a bit, and then he can we all help you move. And she's a little ideally kind of.
No, he's black.
Yeah, she won't accept too many black people here.
Too many? Is there some already?
Sometimes I like to play dress.
No! Like, you play dress up. Are you saying you dress up? Yo, my name's Cassandra,
Cassandra. Yo, Cassandra, come here and lick my week.
Oh, the gun show started.
Oh yeah, Winner's Choice. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. My bad. Oh God, Winner's Choice. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool is in. Oh, God. Yeah, so I was gonna be playing, I was hoping you'd be home or not working today. I was
I
hope.
am home.
Yeah, but I hope you were gonna call in sick. So yeah.
I did call.
Oh. No, she didn't
Hold on,
agree
I
with
gotta
you.
tell these people to shut up.
Yeah, she didn't agree with you. I was hoping you would be home early and then we can get on and play, but then that's when Ed was crying, like, yeah, so we were going to play Back for Blood, but, also, you're going to come with me. Oh, my God. He still thinks I'm at home because he was asking me, hey, do you think we can do play Airsoft at? And then, well, because, I have never heard of this place before, ever in my life. Never heard of it, never went to it. He was asking, in caps, if I would like to go back to Extreme Tactics.
Oh my god, that place is shit.
Well, yeah, I tell him that too. It's like, yeah, I would like to go, but at the same time, I really don't want to because I'm getting tired of that fucking bullshit. And he's like, well, okay, but do you know any other place? I'm like, yeah, sure, there's this place. No, we can't do that because, like, I didn't come up with the idea. All right, well, I guess we're not.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, we've mentioned before, either you or me have come up with places like, let's go here. And it's like, no, we can't because,
Yeah, and then he's like, no, it's not my idea. I don't like that.
I don't get that guy. Like, he wants to go to Open Big Field, and we finally get the tickets. He goes like, no, I just realized it's outside and open. It's not Extreme Tactics, and we can't do it. So,
that's where he lost everything. He was like, yeah, you got, like, he went to that fucking line where he's like, I need to see a tattoo and in person and everything. Fucking, if you're going to the game. And I'm like, fuck, fine, I'll buy my tickets. You buy your tickets? Okay, well, I just cannot go there. Yeah, no. And, oh my god, and he was stressing the fuck out for 4 days straight. Every goddamn hour or second. He's like, Will, you need to find money. You need to do anything you possibly can just to get enough money to go to this Airsoft thing. Sell your game, sell your PS5. I don't care. Just, you gotta come up with money to do that.
Oh,
you're like, yeah,
my God. I remember that
and
too.
then he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, I don't want to go. So, yeah.
He's trying to get me to sell my Hitman game because, like, first of all, it was for PS5 and he couldn't play. So, yeah, just get the PS4 version. You're an idiot. Plus, it has VR mode. So, yeah.
My.
And then it was like, yeah, also you should, like, plus sell it because then you get your Airsoft ticket. And then when I finally get it, and it was like, okay, great, everyone's got their ticket. Chris, Ty, Will, okay, great. Well, you know what? I don't want it no more because I just realized it's not Extreme Tactics, and I love that Gordon guy. He is my best friend. So,
Oh my god.
and I just, I have not seen him play at any other arena besides that one. He's so in love with it. I mean, except for the time where.
He says he's like, oh, I played all the Airsoft fields in Winnipeg. I'm like, oh yeah? Which one? He's just like, well, there's only one. I'm like, no, there's not.
I mean, there was the one point in time where he did play in another big field, but then he was like, hey, so you and Ty should get up at like 4 in the morning and we can get there and be there by 6 or 7 and we'll play.
My god.
And it's like, yeah, and it was like, God, like, what was it?
It was like last second, last notice. I was like, yeah, but like, I told you at least, so you guys, should have been down to play.
And it was so cold out, and it was like, it was like you can say, I think this was like after winter was over, and it was like the sprinkles were on the ground.
Oh
and,
yeah, it was like the first game after winter, still cold. I think we were asleep. I think we had a sleepover. We're like, oh yeah, the next day, should we go? Nah.
Well, yeah, because we were talking about that. It was like, yeah, well, Ed just tells us like 2 seconds before he fucking buys the ticket that we're going, and it's like, that's when we're like, yeah, if you give us like 2 months or a good, ahead of time, a couple weeks or a month or so ahead, yeah, a good, chance that we would go. But he's like, yeah, about the tickets, you're coming right now because if you're not, I'm pissed off. And then it's like, fuck. So that's when he tells us, okay, fine, in 4 months from now, there's going to be a game in July. And it's like, okay, that's better. We can do that. We buy a ticket. It's like, no, I can't. That's not enough.
Like, I actually mean like now.
That's not enough. That's not soon enough for me to just fuck you guys over. So I really can't understand that either. The whole, like, we go to, like, the fact that we actually end up going to McDonald's. We see Ed there, just, it's like, yeah, so here's what we're going to plan out. We spend like 4 hours. It was like almost like 2 in the morning when we finally leave. Because like, yeah, we're going to plan all this out. Because then this is what's going to happen. Ed's trying his best to plan it out. And none of us give a rat's ass. And then that's when it was just like, yeah, so this is what's going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. Seriously, Will, you have to pay attention. Like, seriously.
He wanted everybody to go in his car, too. Like, he wanted... his small ass car. He wanted 4 people to go with all their gear in that small car with coolers and drinks and everything. And I'm like, that's not happening. He's like, okay, fine. Well, I'm like, yeah, we'll bring Will's car then too, because, well, yeah, okay, fine, but like, Will's coming with me, like, in my car, and it's like, no, that makes no sense. Like,
Well, he wanted you to take my car, kind of, but not really. So eventually, you get in his car and just tow it behind him.
oh my.
So yeah, Ty, you can take Will's car, so he can like sit front with me because I want to like rub him off and then say he's gay, and then
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God. What?
Sounds legit. Sounds like, accurate.
Yeah, I can never get over that. Like, I just the whole like concept of like, hey, look, are you gonna come to Airsoft? Yeah, sure, okay. It's like one call, one text, one confirmation. Yeah, sure, we'll do it, and then it's okay, good. And what does? Oh, and then of course though, there's actually his level of like, no, I have to like go to 50 different like, I have to like I have to go to 569th level of this. Like, I have to make sure, like, for sure that you guys don't fake out. And then it's the stupidest thing ever, because the fact that he tried so hard to convince us, it's like, yeah, no, seriously, you guys have to go. And then we go in person at McDonald's, and it's like, yeah, so this is what's going to happen. You guys are coming? It's like, yes. And then we confirm it, and it's like, okay, this is the plan. And then the plan gets scrapped the night right after. Then he gives you a phone call, gives me a phone call. So you guys are still coming, right? Because I know we just, confirmed it yesterday in person, but you have to go. It's like, you're changing my mind at this point. And then he's like, what do you mean? Like, why am I changing your mind? It's not like I'm like calling you every 2 seconds to like guarantee you're coming, because then I know that you're saying you're coming, but you're not actually gonna show up. You're just gonna like fake out at the last second, like, and then it's like, no, we're going to go. Okay, I don't know how else to convince you, and I don't care if you're gonna keep trying to. I'm just gonna say no, forget, and then you'll have a tougher time convincing me. And then it was like, as soon as we go, it's like, okay, we're going. How about you guys? And then the funny thing is, of course, is like April 2nd or something like that. I fuck off anyways. I leave the whole province because he pisses me off too much. Like, I don't like this. I'm leaving. And then I get my refund.
I don't like this bullshit that's doing. He wants me to play this game so much, I'm gonna leave the country. No, not even the country, just the fucking planet itself.
Oh my god, as soon as I leave, I get my...
Like, really?
After all that, it was so useless and such a waste of time. Like, the whole, I end up, like, buying it, get my refund. I don't even have to... Oh, just, like, the whole...
Oh my god, I forgot about that bullshit of a refund. I was wondering about... I go on Facebook and I see, like, oh, yeah, there's refunds available. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, maybe later that day. And it's like, oh, there's refunds available. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, well, just click my link, okay? Like, because you heard it from me, okay? Like, don't even... yeah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I click the link, I get a refund. And then I'm like, yeah, I got a refund. He's like, well, why? Oh my god, Ty, like, really? I already got my ticket. I know I said I did, but now I do. And I'm going now because I have my ticket. And I'm like, I got a refund because you said you didn't have one. Yeah, I know, but I bought one now, and we're going, right? Why'd you get a refund? We're going to do it, right? You gonna play? Like, oh, you gonna get one again? Because, and then I told you, like, he was trying to ask me if I was gonna go and get another one to play, because he said, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's because we both were calling, we called each other for the same thing. I was like, and you're like, hey, yeah, Ed's doing that calling thing again. And I think either a few days after, that's when he's like, oh, really? Because it's interesting, like, how Ed was calling you again to confirm and make sure you have your ticket. And after the refund, you're taking all the credit, so you're not allowed to do that no more. And
oh, yeah.
and then that's when it's like, yeah, no, I got a refund too. It's like, oh, yeah, well, Ty's taking all the credit because I sent the link. I'm like... It doesn't I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, I am getting the credit because I got the refund, dumbass.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, seriously,
how would that... It doesn't even, like, what, how... I mean, I keep going back to the same thing way back when. He's childish. Just, like, credit? You need credit from a link? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're so anal about this Airsoft game. We finally agreed to it, go, and then you just pull your bullshit, and we're like, hey, fuck it, we're not going, we're gonna get our refund. Boom, we got a refund. Oh, you're taking credit for the refund? Like, I need something out of all this. So it's like...
The bigger annoying part of the whole, this whole, like, context, though, is the entire scenario of, like, so he sees this on Facebook. He gets in. He's interested, over beyond interested, in love with this thing. So he's like, "Hey, Ty, Chris, and Will, we should all go." And it's like, "Okay, sure." And then it's like, "Seriously?" And I guess because he was that in shock, we actually all agree. It's like, no, seriously, no bullshit. Seriously, it's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's like I can, stay. Oh god, the fact that I even was like, yeah, okay, well, seriously, if you guys are actually gonna go, you can't buy anything else. You have to buy the tickets. Like, it's only like $60, dude. And that's when he was telling me, yeah, you're not. And that's actually when he told me at McDonald's. He's like, yeah, you're not allowed to, like, you have to stop putting money down for Resident Evil 8. Like, seriously, it's pissing me off. It's like,
And your card.
I've already put like $30 on it, or 40. I'm almost done with it. Like, it's only maybe 50 more down.
Not allowed.
And, god damn it. And then the whole, like, no, seriously, I don't give a fuck, because, like, that, like, the $10 that you keep putting down on that can go to the ticket. I'm like, yeah, but I also can just, like, at one point, because he was way too anal, the fact that it was going to be sold out. And, like, I got my ticket, and he's like, "You never told me?" I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm telling you now. I got my ticket.
Yeah, but, like, the millisecond, like, the exact millisecond when you bought it, you should have told me.
And then after all the bitching and crying he was doing, the whole, no, I know you guys, like, seriously, you guys, like, apparently, again, he knows us better than we know ourselves. I know you guys are gonna, like, leave and fake out and not even show up. Like, you guys are gonna buy it, but then you guys are gonna, not even show up. So then I was like, why would we waste
And then that's
money?
what he fucking did. We bought it, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to buy it, because, I can't.
After all that.
It's not my extreme.
Blaming us for, like, yeah, you guys are gonna buy it but not show up. Like, why would we waste money? But sure. And then it's like, the second it comes, like, you know what, no, it's tomorrow, but we're not going. And it's like, we have fucking tickets.
What was it, like $50 too? Like, it was a decent amount of money.
I think I got mine for like 60 or, it was like 50 or 60 or whatever.
It was definitely high up there, like, yeah, like $60 or $70. Because I remember I was like, holy shit, like, we better be going, or I better get a fucking refund, because Ed's pulling this shit. And I'm like, this is like big shit, because I'm like, that's a hefty amount of money. And I mean, I was kind of like, I wasn't really down to go to Airsoft, but that game did look pretty cool, and he was so anal about it, I thought he would definitely go. No, he pulled his bullshit. Like,
I'm surprised. Out of all of us, like, it wasn't Chris, you or me. It was like, and the fact that I'm not even huge on Airsoft, I was like, you know what? I'll do it because I got buddies, and then we can even turn this into like a cool little epic film or some shit. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then Ed gets, all bonerific, and then calls me, he's just can't wait to, suck everyone off. And we get our tickets, and he fakes. I was like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I got too excited for this shit, so I have to quit. I was like, fuck's sakes.
Yeah, he got, oh my god. He's just like, I got too fucking excited. I can't.
Yeah, and then I think there was something else to it too, which is such a, oh god. Oh yeah, that's what it was. He was like, okay, seriously, and and then this is when I had to tell you this, because this is the biggest bullshit. It was literally like, he told me like a month-ish or two ago. He was like, okay, seriously, let's not fuck around this time, you guys. You and Ty, just, and then this is why I was saying, like, I call so much bullshit. I was like, I can't believe you're, like, he likes to do the victim card all the fucking time. He likes to, he was basically blaming you and me for not showing up and not being committed to doing, for going to the ticket, or keeping the ticket going.
Next time he's going to blame us is for his income tax and, like, some kind of payment on his car. He's going to blame.
Fuck, the fact that I so much.
It's just that easy for him, it's just that easy. He's going to be like, see, you haven't talked to me because you're obsessed with me that much, that you haven't talked to me in, like, 2 weeks, so even a month, Billy B, and just because of that, I haven't got my payment for my car done, so, like, you did that, and that's all your fault. You haven't got my payments for my car, and you'll have to pay it because, my gas and all that shit. Because you're obsessed with me, okay? You haven't talked to me in a month. So pay my bills, bitch.
This is the stupidest shit again. Like, the fact that, and that's again, kind of goes back a bit, but when I was back at home, and then we had our awesome, great journeys, I mean, it was like, I forgot to tell you, but I also didn't really care, so I was like, whatever. But he calls up at like 11, and I was like, yeah, well, we're like, somewhere in kind of in Wrinkler or something like that. So
we're in Mexico.
I actually would love to go there too. And then that's, you know, we can definitely have such a great life when we keep working. We can definitely save money, get tickets, and do this shit.
Oh, that's the only thing I think about every goddamn day I'm at work. I honestly, I mean, I keep thinking about the time when I quit, and I mean it, when I quit. I know most people in my life are going to be like, you quit your job? Oh my god, well, where's my income money going to come from? And be like, fuck you, you're not getting any of my money. Like, when I quit my job, people are going to be like, well, where's my money in case I need it? It's like, fuck off. Because I know there's a few girls I'm texting right now, they're always like, yeah, you know, could you spare? And I'm like, no. My money is going to be for my things in my life. I'm saving up for journeys in the winter. Like, it's going to be cold as shit. I'm going to go to, like, Mexico or Dominican. I'm going to go somewhere. And that money is not going to any bitch or whatever, you know, all that. So, and when I quit, I know people are going to be like, you quit your job? Why? Oh, my God. You're going to regret. I'll be like, no, I'm not regretting it. I saved the money. I'm going to go to trips and all that. You know, hell, next year there could be a World War III and there could be nothing like that. Or COVID again. So I'm going to save up what I can until winter and then, you know, definitely, you know, go on that shit. Oh, I just crashed into a bunch of homeless people.
Oh god. Yeah. Well, that's my family. You better be careful.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
well, these homeless people also have tattoos and guns.
Oh my. That's a special homeless edition. Oh my god.
The homeless gangster edition. They have tattoos and guns.
It's just I mean it's been really kind of slowly starting to kind of hit me a bit. It's like I do miss the whole me going out part, you know, of you and I just going out and then we go, you know, to random destinations.
Oh, we didn't even have anything planned. We literally just went. Yeah, I mean the best part is either like I got off work or you got off work we're at home. We do this. We call and we're like, hey, what's up? Blah blah blah. Yeah, you know what? I want a Slurpee. We're like, Slurpee. Ha, we busted Slurpee. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go get a Slurpee. And we get one, and then we're like, you know, fuck it. Let's go to Grand Beach. And then we go to Grand Beach. You know, fuck it. Let's go to the moon. And then we die.
And then we respawn and do it again.
We look at each other. You know, let's just respawn on the moon.
Tim can do it. Fuck. Why can't we fuck?
He's an Olympic tub swimmer. Why can't we?
I was just really thinking about, like, I mean, with Tim joking, but like, you know, sure. And then it's just like the whole, like, you know, I'm an Olympic tub swimmer. And it's just like, imagine Tim really wearing up like 15 million medals and then filling up his tub with water and just going to
It's
town.
gonna be like years later where that actually becomes a thing, and Tim's gonna be like the last person in place. And he's gonna be like, oh, I trained for this and all that.
I trained years, my whole life, just to fail at this shit.
And he'd probably blame you and then like say, oh my god, you need a.
Well, you weren't here to help my
place
family
to
enough.
stay."
You didn't drive them enough, so I lost. It's just.
Oh my god, that shit. I miss Julie.
Her fucking Casper white ass. Yeah. Oh god.
Casper,
Oh
oh
god.
my god, what the fuck happened? I hit the guy on the motorcycle and the guy disappeared, like he's gone.
He respawned on the moon, dumbass.
Oh fuck! He respawned. Yeah.
Oh god, it's just
The new GTA edition. If you get hit by a car, you respawn on the moon.
You know, and that's the thing. Actually, even today, once I'm like, well, I've been still kind of recording every little thing. The mic is still going on, and I just put my phone on the mic stand, so as you're talking, and
Oh, you can hear me? Anal beats.
that's rude and racist. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
black.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm a Snowball, Dr. Phil, his brother.
Oh, that's racist.
Sexual chocolate. Okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm still going with this. I'm like, well, I don't know how much we'll be really at, but I mean, I do at some point want to for sure continue, and I'm gonna make part 2 of the of our life off screen
Of
kind
our
of thing.
penis.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh.
I want to make more of that because I'm like, you know, now I'm thinking about this. Like, I miss our journeys and shit, and then it's like we went to Clear Lake with those fucking little cats, and
If you think about it, if we had a YouTube channel, then we definitely. I mean, we could literally just be like, hey, want to get a Slurpee? And we're like, okay, well, as long as we bring our phones, we can probably make a video out of it, because we'll probably just go somewhere and, you know, like, fun.
Let's both. Oh my god! One day we'll just go to Jordan Pikes and like knock knock, and it's like, yeah, I'm at your house. And it's like I brought a bodyguard with me in case something happens.
Oh my god.
You bringing
In
me,
case you could, like, hit me or hit Hitman's bodyguard.
and then
Oh
Peel.
my god, I was watching this, like, camping video last night, and the guy was like, oh my god, I'm gonna catch a pike, and I'm like, oh, yeah, what about that, yeah, okay.
We could do.
Oh, it's a big one, oh, she's fighting, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
We could
Oh,
do.
this one's smelly.
Oh my god! This one's. I would be like in front doing the POV, and then you can just give her a baby.
Yeah, you can record us next time, yeah.
I'm coming home right
But
away.
I'll make sure to tell you to get out the splash zone in case.
Oh god, yeah, give me a precaution warning. Splash is coming. Heavy duty. Might injure people. Splash is incoming. Might injure old people.
I can't remember if it was today or yesterday. I was thinking, like, somebody would be like, oh, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 22. Well, how old is that guy? Oh, him? He's over his 40s. And then you're looking at me like, what?
Oh god. I mean, if that was the case, I'd start having Vietnam flashbacks of Fun Mountain, and it's like, oh shit, the dragon was a big one too. Or Calgary. And it's like, oh yeah, and then it's like, oh, Billy V got out of the way. Oh god.
You know what?
And then
when
she
I
gives
go
you
to
blue
work,
balls.
sometimes I even miss some of the shit because somebody was like, yeah, yesterday is Sunday. I was fucking working, but everyone from the day shift, they're like, I was at Grand Beach. I was at Riding Mountain. I'm like, fuck you guys.
You should just, next time, just tell, yeah, I got blue balls, so I got better than all of you. Oh god. Geez.
Oh my god.
I didn't get to finish last
Hell
night.
yeah. I got fucking blue balls, so you guys know what that means.
Bocce balls. I'm for. Oh, fucks.
Bocce ball.
I actually want to get a set of those, and I want to face you in that. That would be. Oh god, I can't believe I
Yeah,
missed
touch my
it.
balls.
No, we have to tie our balls together and throw them.
No, you touch my balls.
Well, we already have somebody for that. He already recorded it.
Yeah.
I still can't believe he has the audacity to be like, yeah, so you gotta stop using your car for a car because it's gonna add kilometers. Oh god, yeah, you know those tattoos on your car and tattoos on the car.
Tattoos on your car.
Oh god, those tattoos in your car is made for driving, but you know you gotta stop that because we're supposed to hang out, and then that's of course you look at me. You were supposed to hang out with them, like yeah, I forgot to tell you because I didn't give a fuck. It's like, oh, so what are we gonna do? Well, I gotta get back home now because yeah, it's gonna be kind of past my my car's curfew. And then of course we stop and it's like, well, I'm supposed to hang out with Ed right now, so what else are we gonna do? Well, there's a big cornfield. Let's walk in that. All right.
And it was like, this is a nice trip, you know what? And every damn time we're like, this is nice. Ed's like, where are you? I need to smell you. Like, right now or I'm calling the fucking cops. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to deal with that. Y'all be home soon. And then we finally we pull in and you're like, I don't fucking want to. I'm like, hey, look at that field. You know, we should go walking.
I feel like that's how I kind of went. I was like, we were checking out the little thing there. It's like, huh, this field expands. We should check it out. I was like, okay. I think I kind of ran back, forgot to lock. I was like, I should lock it. I lock it, and then we go for a nice little walk. And it was like, yeah, because it was.
I remember us peeing in the field like at least 3 or 4 times. Like I was like, I have to go, and we peed once. And then we went for a walk, peed again. And then we got back, and we're like, I gotta go pee again.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. God, yeah, no, he was like, no, seriously, like, I'm gonna call the RCMP and then they're gonna look for your car and pound it. I'm like, I'm sure. That's how that works, yes, alright, cool. And then, you know, yeah, I'm gonna be home. It's like, seriously, when are you gonna be home? Like, I'm getting pissed off. It's like, well, I'm gonna be coming home now, because when I get home, it'll be 11:30-ish, so it's 11 now.
Billy B.
No, seriously, that's bullshit. Like, I need to know the time. Like, I mean, you should be here now. It's like, I just told you it's like 11, and I'm gonna take like roughly half an hour. I'll be home then. It's like, no, seriously, airsoft, like, I'm like, right, okay then.
Aerosol.
And then as soon as we finally get home, after even walking in the field for about an extra 2 hours, that's actually what it was too. We walked in that field for 2 hours. Then we went down another dirt road to see what it was like. Oh, it was a dead end, so we're going all the way.
We went back around and around again.
We did so much driving. We get back at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then that's when he face chats me and has my like disc in his hand, ready to like snap it in half.
I remember that. Okay, that was the same.
It was all the same. I remember that very, very detailed. This is the one I cannot bullshit on, because it was like the whole, we get to my place, and then after that the call that I got, and then we were talking with them, and then this is when I was like, for I think like half an hour, as we're kind of in the city and the rest of it's all full of shit, that's when I was like, describing to you, like, look, I understand he's all fucked and he's weird and this and that bullshit, okay, whatever, but please believe me and trust me, I swear to you, he is a really...
He's an okay guy when he's all chill and that. I'm like, okay, I can see that. I'll give him a chance. Oh my god, Billy, where are you at? I'm gonna call the fucking cops.
It was really, really fun.
I'm up for you and me. I'm like a good guy. Shut up, Billy, I don't care. Call in the cops if you're not gonna work you right now.
I can't believe that. It was like the second we get in the park, I'm like, he's a great guy, and yeah, it works. I mean, he has his off days. Like, everyone has their off days, and it's just he happens to have a few more off days, like 98% of off days. But he has 2% of the good times. It's just you gotta wait for that one day. And then it was just like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll give him a shot. And then he calls, all right, Ed, what's up? I'm finally home. How's it going? With a big smile on my face. Yeah, I'm back home ready to, have some fun. And he just looks at me like he's just, we're about to break up, or something's going to happen. And, he has the disc ready. And then, he's like, I'm going to snap it in half. I'm like, ooh, really? Well, and then you look at me. You look at me, and then it was just like, well, yeah, he's a great friend. And I'm like, oh, just hold on a minute. Ed, sweetheart, please, you're embarrassing me. And then he put... And then he puts it back in the case, and he's like, fine, I'm not going to break your game. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm going to break everything.
I'm
going to break your game and the case. And I'm like, oh, I see. And he's like, well, yeah, but you have to come get it right now, or else, I'm going to break it. I'm like, well, then go ahead, because, you could literally, like, it was a I can't believe I was just that tired, and I called his bluff. I'm like, you can do it right now, or don't. I don't care. Because, me being that tired, and the fact that it's like, even if I were to go to his place within, like, it would be like, how many minutes? Like, sure, maybe 5 or 7, maybe 10 minutes. But then it's also like, there's no point, because he could just literally snap it and, wreck the shit out of it by the time I get there. I'm like, go ahead. It's just, I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to be, coherent enough to not be your friend, or if I'm somehow going to, or somehow because we, still talk, so I guess so. But maybe you just owe me another game, and it's like, no, I'm gonna break it, but I'm not gonna fucking buy you a new game. Fuck that, boy, buy me smokes.
Yeah, actually, you gotta buy me a game if I break yours.
He wanted to get me a few games as like, as a nice little gift of like, what, I appreciate you putting up with all my bullshit, so I want to get you. It was like, oh god, not Farpoint. It was another VR game. It was I can't remember what it was. Firewall. He wanted to get me that for VR. It's like, what, I'll get you that because all of us can play it for VR and have fun. He, in fact, actually sold his VR,
He'll
apparently.
Get you something only if everyone else gets something out of return, like he'll play with you.
It's at this point, again, he actually sold his VR so he can get his Xbox Series X.
Jesus,
So he either traded or sold his Switch, his Nintendo Switch. He got rid of his VR. He got rid of his PS3 games, his PS4 games. He went basically homeless broke just to get the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, and he's bragging about it, but he sold like a dick in his arm for it.
He almost gave he was like, oh yeah, if you give me your heart, then you can have the whole thing. No, I would, but this is for my Billy B, so that I can't do that.
Oh, He's obsessed with me. Like, he would never forgive me if I sold my heart.
Oh God,
Like, he needs me in his life like that much, but like I can't.
And then I put one little clip on my story. It was like, yeah, so on Snap, and he sees it. Oh, because like, it's a difference. I'm on EI, and then getting, paid for anything I do. I mean, now that I'm not on it, but it's like, I can literally go out there, I can look for work, and then I can eventually fill up the gas because when they pay me, kind of thing. And then he's like, well, yeah, but see, you're so lucky because you can just drive around and get paid to do that. I'm like, well, in essence, sure, but I mean, that's not gonna be like I'm not an Uber, which I should be. I like to sign up for an Uber. Well, I mean, yeah, but I get some good money, like a good couple, bucks, $2 right now.
So you get it, somebody gets in your car, and then you're like, okay, hello, this is Uber, and they look at you, and then they get out.
I'll pay you $2, and I'll be like, look, I'll wear a mask, because that's make you feel better. Oh God.
They just shrug and be like, you better pay me for the ride.
Even for like, because my aunt has hired like an organizer for like, to get all, because she has troubles doing it. So she's hired basically, I told her I would save her money to do it myself, but she's like, nah, it's okay. I'm like, all right then.
It's okay, your mom can do it.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're not thinking. So, oh God, yeah. So apparently this organizer that comes over to help, she is charging $62 an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah, but she only does it within 2 hours.
Why don't we take that job?
Oh my God. She does it for about like 2 hours. I mean, that's not too bad, I guess. But the thing is, and that's what I thought. It's like if I can look for a moving job, an organizer job, or whatever, I think I'd be pretty freaking mint at it. Because like half the time when I'm like helping my,
well, that's if you show up on time.
My last job, I've been going every day. No call it. I don't call bullshit. I go in every day. And do I want to go there? Not really. But I've been showing up. I've been early, like somewhat early, but I've been always on time. I haven't got there late. Are you sure? Fuck, am I Tim now? I was like, well, dumbass, see, I don't know. only my Billy B can answer that for.
You just gotta be careful, like you don't know it yourself.
Oh shit, I see what you mean.
No.
Oh my God, you like. Oh God. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, so I don't know when it comes up to packing, like even when I was packing up the stuff from home to come here,
yeah, you took forever.
You bitch. When I'm helping my aunt.
When I'm helping my aunt, I take even longer. Okay, like excuses.
I mean, I can't say my mom anymore because that sounds very excuses. Very.
Oh yeah, that's just a straight up excuse. What happened to you today? My mom.
God. It's like we won't even believe each other. It's like, well, my mom, like you or me say, it's like, well, my mom did this. It's like.
That's kind of how it's been going. You're like, well, my mom, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, yeah.
We're not. Just what, bullshit, because it's your mom, so you have to. If it's really your mom, it's at this point now. It's like if it's a legitimate mom thing, we have to like, well, mom. Okay.
You have to like put some kind of effort in. You're like, well, just my mom.
And even when JJ does it too, it's like, well, my mom. It's like, yeah, I know my mom too. Yeah, and
yeah, me too.
I mean.
We all join in. Yeah, me too.
Just an echo down the tunnel. Me too. God. His mom still keeps harassing me. Yeah, so, Will, seriously, he's home right now. She made it sound pretty, like, Brazzers-like.
Yeah, well, I'm JJ's mom, and you're home right now, so I need you to pay for, like, everything.
Well, no, like.
And then your mom goes, "Hey, Ty, I need you to come over here and pay for like everything too."
Well, no, like when JJ's mom called me and then she left me a message like, yeah, so when JJ's not around, I need you to call me back. It's important. It's, you know, an emergency. And I'm like, what
I
the
thought you were gonna say, like,
fuck?
his mom called you and left you a voicemail, and she called you a bitch.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, she left me like a voicemail, and I answered it, and she called me a bitch, and I was like,
Please, I go on my voicemail.
Will, you're a bitch, okay?
You have one new voicemail. Press 1 to hear it now. Okay, pushes 1. And it's like, here is your first new message. Hi, this is JJ's mom. It's just such a, you're a bitch. Alright, thank you.
I hope you know it.
I hope you know it.
Also, don't be happy.
You're a bitch, and you know it. And don't be oh, for fuck.
You're a bitch, and you know it. So don't be happy.
I don't know. There's different ways to think about this. Remember that day when you and Ty were, you know, trying to help me and JJ out at Walmart? Yeah. You guys are bitches, so come back and do it again.
I remember her looking at me and giving the 30th look, and she was so weird, but like she was giving me shit, and she's like, "That was it? You're picking up that?" I'm like, "That's the last item in the car. What do you want from me? I'm helping you." Oh my god, that was like.
I mean,
like,
apparently she told me there was
car.
more. She was like, "Well, Ty like just picked up one." I'm like, okay. Well, was that it?" And she's like, "No, there's like 50 million things left." I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, and then you look at the car, it's like, okay, there's nothing left. Okay, let's close the doors.
I feel
and
like
she just was like, oh.
I feel like she was. I mean, for some particular reason, I was like, "Is there anything left in there?" She's like, "No, like yeah, there's like a no, there's like 30 more things.
Yeah.
There's like so many things. It was apparently yes, there was still things left in the car. I looked in there. I'm like, this is my stuff. Like there's a bucket there. There's like car oil and all
Oh, it
this.
should have been like, fine, okay, I'll just pick up bullshit and bring it with.
I look in there, it's like, where the fuck where'd my fucking bucket go? It's like, well, see, my mom, his mom wanted.
Oh, fuck. She gives me shit. That's the only item you're picking up, my mom.
Jesus. My mom. That's the escape go-to as well. It's always like, you know, you're getting shit by like anything. Like even at work, it's like, Ty, why were you late today? My mom.
My mom.
Why did you leave?
Yeah, so what about her? No, that's it.
When you quit your job and get a new one at like another warehouse or something, it's like, so why did you quit your previous job? You wouldn't.
My mom.
You wouldn't believe it or understand. Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why did you leave your last job? Like, just, you know, can you tell me? Or, well, my mom. It's like,
And he's like, oh, I understand. My kid does the same thing.
I guess. Really? He says he calls you his mom? And it's like, no, it's just my dad. My dad.
And he's like, yeah, I'm also the same way, except I say, oh, grandpa.
Oh, grandpa. my grandpa. Oh god, that's such a tradition of like Vietnam to just go down the line like that.
We're gonna be so old, and if we ever have kids, we're gonna look at each other and be like, remember the old days when you just say my mom? Now it's like all these other things.
Go through a drive-through at McDonald's. How can I get your how can I help you today? What can I get you for your order? My mom.
Sorry, we ran out of those yesterday.
And then we get to the thing, we finally finish our order. It's like, have a good day, you too. Or enjoy your food, you too.
Have a good day. You too.
Enjoy, what was it? I saw a TikTok video. Well, I don't have TikTok because it's stupid, but I happen to just like one person that I have on Snap, and like I guess like we're friends but not really sure. And then she has like so many montage. What? She has like a montage of TikTok. She just saves them and puts them on her story for people to watch and shit. And I was crying, laughing so hard. Because like this one, like it's a quick one. This one guy basically, I thought for some reason this would be a you thing if you were to come here and buy flying. He buys a ticket, And then the guy's like, okay, your flight's this, so, okay, sure, and awesome. Okay, well, enjoy your flight. And then the guy getting on the plane, he says to the flight attendant, oh, you too. And then he just looks at him weird, like, me too? I get to enjoy it too? So, so then that's when he's like, oh shit. So then the flight attendant, the guy comes along too, and then he's like, oh man, you know what? I forgot my hat back at home. I gotta fly back home. It's like, oh, alright, cool. So yeah, have a nice flight. And then the guy says the same thing, you too. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. He just starts flying back home, and just like grab his hat, and then they're both, holding hands together. It's like, well, I guess we're made to be.
Yeah, it's because my mom.
My dad and my grandpa. Oh god.
No, you took it too far.
You know what? Just because of that, I'm gonna go see Space Jam.
Just because of that, my mom. It's such a stupid excuse.
My grandpa was in Vietnam, and my grandpa was also
So
in...
that makes you end.
Well, when he tells me, I'll just tell him, yeah, my grandpa was in Cold War. He was facing
Oh,
zombies.
fuck.
And then my mom...
Oh.
So the main reason why I called...
Oh. I think I called you.
Oh!
You're so used to you calling.
I mean, I'll call you 90% of the time. You'll call me either 5 or 10% of the time. It's like, okay. But that's just like, yeah, we'll go on for, it's like, well, an hour and 21 minutes now, yeah.
You'll be like, oh, I forgot to tell you this last time, but yeah.
No,
So
it's
that's
just,
why I called you. I called you though. Oh, okay. Well, this is from last time. No.
I called you though. Oh, well, I guess you have to say something last to me then. Like, one question, you know the rule. It's one question, like you ask one, but then you get 50 for free, so.
One question per jerk off.
You have to ask me a question, so you get 50 for free. Remember the bundle? You have to buy one and get fucked up for free.
The bundle. Oh, this is our compliment.
Oh my god. That was bullshit. I couldn't understand her. Sir, it's complimentary though. Yeah, but how much is the most expensive?
I remember it because it was like so. Like I was wondering where the fuck you were because you know, as usual, taking forever. And then
Shut
I had my
up.
airsoft gun with me. I went to the front. I had the gun with me, and I'm like, I'll just get into your car because I saw you there. I heard you talking on the phone. I get in, and it's just like, yeah, sir. And you're like, oh, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get Wi-Fi and all this stuff set up. I'm like, okay. She's like, oh my God, sir, you're signing it up. Okay, cool. Mr. Will or whatever. The first month is like complimentary, and then here's the rates. You're like, okay. Now, what's the most expensive one? Because I haven't heard a price range. Sir, it's complimentary. Yeah, whatever. Okay, how much is the most expensive?
I literally woke up, and then I was like, I woke up, I pulled an Ed, I woke up, I'm just like, you know what, I just want to do something right this second. I was like, okay, I woke up, I went on the, in the car, and I was like, I'll just set this up, get out of the way, because that way it's like, we have trouble, so we used to have troubles half the time, like trying to get,
Whenever trying to listen to it through
yeah.
the knob and all
I'm trying to listen to it through, like, the transmitter, and, all this other,
that's what it is.
all the other bullshit. And then that's when, like, I bought one for myself, and it was good. Then ended up you borrowing it and pulling a fucking Tim and keeping it and shit. And,
You gave it to me because you said it was absolutely shit.
well, no,
You hated it.
I know,
You were
like,
oh,
when I was asking for it back, it's like, okay, sure, you gave it back, and I'm like, what the fuck, it's fucking broken. So I let you borrow it, borrow it again, and then you kept it.
God.
I mean, it worked for you, and I'm like,
I only borrowed it to begin with because you said it was shit.
It worked for me fine in the beginning, obviously, but then when you borrowed it, and then it was fine for you, but then
That's the thing, though. Back then, why would you give it to me if you already, like, if you needed it? You were the one driving around all the time. I remember taking it because you were like, yeah, it doesn't work for me, and I'm like, fuck, I'll take it. And you're like, yeah, no, this is my only one. I'm like, well, you said it's broken. You're like, Yeah, well, okay, yeah, fuck it, I'll go get a new one, and he gave it to me. It was.
No, no, I'm fucking around. I was fucking around. Like, I know I gave it to you, but I was like, I was.
Bullshit, I want to watch a movie.
No, see, I knew you kept it because you were being into him.
No, because but you're black, but I'm also Mexican, so that makes you racist.
Like, it's true. But like, for some reason though, it was like my first one. Like, yeah, that was the first one I got, and then it was working. But I think, okay, that's what it was. Something, it happened. Like, fuck off. And it was like screwing around with me somehow, and then that's why I was like, you want to borrow it? I'm like, sure, I guess so. And then I missed it for some reason, and I was like, yeah, can I actually have it back? And then that's when.
Missed it.
Okay.
I feel like that's how my boss would react. Like, Ty, you're on picking duty. Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, so, fucking sakes. As soon as you had it, I was like, you know what, I kinda like, no, because I think I wanted to, like, listen to Through Shit again, or it was for my dad or whatever. And then when you give it back.
You wanted it for your other family member to eat last.
But after I was like, oh, well, somehow the cord is fucked and it doesn't want to work for me. So I was like, okay. And then you're like, well, yeah. And then you wanted to have it and shit. And I'm like, well, whatever. So I went to get a new one. That's why I have that.
You had the new one, the one you wanted to keep so damn clean, but then you didn't take the paper off. And then, I'm like, yeah, but it's also you. Remember, like, don't forget.
Fuck.
Things you're gonna get.
Well, thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that bullshit. I totally forgot. Fuck.
Okay, well, just remind you.
Fuck's sakes. Bullshit. But yeah, so sure, but no, I mean, I still have it to this day, and I haven't really, I mean.
Oh, that's okay. I'll give it to Ed.
Okay. I mean, I really never even use it, only because, like, I only bought it because when my Bluetooth glitches the F out, I mean, that's actually half the troubles I had. Like, when we were going to Pinawa, the Bluetooth would glitch the H out, so I'm like, okay, fine. So I used the transmitter. Nope, that's not going to work either. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do then. So eventually it finally started, well, I mean, I figured, I guess, how to kind of work it, but there you go, that's a good boy. Oh, God. But then, yeah, and then after I was like, you know what, I just want to get this thing going, because I want to be able to, like, speak it to the car and be like, yeah, play this song, and then it can play without, much issue.
Speak to the car. Hey, car, shut the fuck up.
Where do you want to go? I want to go here. What song do you want to play? I want to play this song, and that's it. And then after, I mean, I'm kind of pretty much happy and glad none of that worked out anyways, just because
You're happy? Well, that we can't have that. I don't come back to Winnipeg.
Oh. when I was talking to the other Ty, and then that's when I was like, yeah, so I'm trying to get my OnStar started, like, what the hell? And he's like, honestly, don't even, like, it's the stupid shit, because, like, he was just like, just use your phone, use your mobile data. I mean, I know it's gonna you're paying for it anyway, so just use that, because, like, if anything, OnStar is just gonna charge you either same or more, and it's a stupid rate, and you have features that you will pretty much never use, but you'll have to because you're paying for it. And, yeah, so overall, he was like, because he had it and tried it before, and he hated it, so he just stopped. And I'm like, oh, okay, so then how should I do this? He's like, just plug in your phone and just use your phone.
So. Well, you don't.
And I'm like, oh, I guess, sure, fine, cool, I guess. And then I stuffed my asshole. So. And then, yeah, so that's, like, I mean, now, even, like, to this, like, this day now, when I go for car rides, I literally bring both of my phones. Like, the one I'm currently using is the piece of shit one that, like, you know how I told you before that if it, dies, the battery's dead, and I have to restart it, like, a million fucking times so the service comes back. Like, that one is the Samsung S8 Plus and the Galaxy, so I would have to literally keep it charged the entire time, and then I would be using that phone. But it's basically legitimately now turned into an iPod. So now I just listen to music and text people here and there. I can't, call or do shit unless it's Snap-ish. But my other one is the Samsung S12 Plus Galaxy or some bullshit like that. It's just S12 for sure. Has like 15 million cameras on it because I apparently need to make sure that I take pictures of everything in HDR enhanced, and 16,000 zoom.
It sounds like bullshit.
Yeah. And then that one is my legitimate phone, which Ed has, he tries calling me sometimes, and then it's just, I don't know, it's either Snap, and if I miss it, but then there's a number that calls me, I don't know who it is, and then I really don't bother. It could be him, but I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just like I'm really not huge into my phones. I mean, again, it's just for music, and I watch some videos on YouTube, and YouTube is my new TV. I don't need to waste money on cable, especially because I now kind of a strange little topic change, but like when I was working at the hotel, this is the biggest thing that kind of convinced me to watch the first Hitman, like the full thing finally, and I'm gonna be watching the second next week on the weekend. Like, every time I'm at the hotel, we were told in the meetings, this is what I was going to get to eventually, with all this shit that goes on, the rituals and the screaming, and no one gives a fuck, and this and that and bullshit. We were told, okay, so I guess, complain about, I guess complained or something, about a TV not working, so, yeah, suck it. That'd be cool. But we were basically told it's like, we have to turn on, like, while we're in the guest room, and we're cleaning it and taking out the sheets and, jerking off on the sheets or whatever.
and tickling the customers while they sleep.
Oh my god. Just imagine that you just because we have the key to get into any room we want. So then it's literally like, oh my.
Don't tell me that.
Oh. Did I
get too.
Yeah, you get too excited. Remember when I took a shit and I showed you that I left it there? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, no. But yeah.
No, okay. No, because we can't use the guest room. We have to go all the way to the first floor from the 30th, and then we have to take a shit.
Whoever told you that, she's like, yeah, you have to use the employee one, but then 2 minutes later you go into a room, you're like, what? It smells like shit. You open the door, she's like, you can't go in here.
She actually ends up using it herself. Like, yeah, you can't do that. Goes in the next room. Just. Oh god, I can tell. I can see you doing that for sure. It's like, hey, no, Will, you're a bitch, so you can't be in here. It's like, you can't shit in here, seriously. You have to go down to the main staff. I was like, fuck's sakes. I go down to the first floor. I come back up. I was like, why does it smell like shit in here? This is my next room. I was like, oh, sorry, I left a little piece of shit for you in there.
I left a piece of shit in there, and you gotta clean it up. There's some on the floor, too. Just a reminder, don't do that.
It's just like you're trying to show me an example of what not to do, and then you just you have diarrhea.
Hey, Will, there's a piece of shit on the floor.
I'm thinking so in depth in this for some reason. You have to take you have the runs or some shit. It's just right. It's running down your leg. It's just oh shit, you might see that.
It wasn't me though, don't worry.
You go to the you go and take a shit, and then you just you have to go so bad you miss. You shit in the toilet, you shit in the bathtub.
I had to go so bad I missed, so you gotta clean it up.
You shit in the tub. You shit in the sink. It's like, oh.
I missed last night. I shit in the tub.
It's a piece of shit everywhere. It's a shit show. And then you finally get in there. It's just one little breadcrumb makes it in the toilet. It's like, wow, all right. You flush the toilet.
At least I made some of it, okay?
I come in there, it's like, what the fuck happened? It's like, yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that, I said.
And then you like, I'm crying.
It sounds like you're crying,
And just like last time, how we were like testing out beds, you after you just took a after you take a shit, you forget to wipe. Yeah, don't do that. I was like, oh shit, I gotta test out the bed, make sure. You go jump on the bed, it's like, this is fun.
Hey, where do those brown streaks come from? Oh yeah.
A big brown streak. Oh my god. It's like, yeah, if you go ahead and change the bed sheet, like, I just changed them too. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta change these again. I just shit everywhere. Oh god.
Shit.
And then you have a piece of paper in your hand, just like, well, if you're not done this in 2 seconds, then, oh, well, you're fine. Oh, god. Oh, Jesus, oh god. That was... Fuck's sake. Oh man, I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I'm still recording all this too, so I'm just laughing my ass
Oh
in the
no.
mic. All this is like on mic, and I'm just like, oh god, my face hurts from laughing so much, and I'm crying like a bitch. Oh god. But no, I mean, my main point, which is now pretty much kind of dead, but we were told we have to make sure all the TVs are working. So every time I'm in there, I get bored and I just turn on the TV, and as I'm doing my job, taking out the sheets and whatever. And every time, I don't care, this wasn't really, cable or whatever, but I could have, but, somehow, I don't know what it was, but the trailers were somehow that entertaining enough to, like, I put it on, and all I got was, I get to listen to Peter's Rabbit Hole, and, or whatever the fuck that movie is, the second Peter and the Rabbit's bullshit.
Peter touched his penis for the first time.
And then the second Spirit movie, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, and I feel like there's probably another one or some bullshit, but there's only like a good 3 of them or so, and then I didn't even have to look because it was almost in order that it would always come up. It was like, it would play The Hitman's Bodyguard, and then it was like, I can almost remember every line too. It was like, repeat after me, no more bodyguard. No, and then Ryan Reynolds, no. And I was like, oh my god, this sounds like he's on.
Having a stroke and you get to hear it 80 times.
Yeah, and then the next show that comes up happens to, like, sometimes if I was lucky, it would be literally the same exact thing. It would literally be like, okay, repeat after you, no bodyguarding, and I'm like, didn't I just listen to this shit? Like, it was literally just a preview that was just on, like, fuck. And then in part of the like in the middle of the ad, commercial, whatever, trailer, that's when Ryan Reynolds was like, how many times have you nearly got me killed? The fact that I can actually remember every little word from that. And then Samuel L. J. says, not enough. And then I took a snap clip eventually, and I sent it to a few friends, and I'm just like, instead of him, Ryan Reynolds, saying what he says, and I'm like, how many times have I not seen this commercial yet? And then that's when he says, not enough. And I'm like, yeah, clearly. It literally will repeat every 2 seconds. We haven't shown this commercial in a long time. It's just like your radio at work. We haven't listened to this song in so long. We're going to have to repeat it one more time. It's been only, yeah. So, we just heard this one song, Poker Face by Lady Gaga. So guess what? We haven't heard that, like, in years. We're going to play it right now. Stay tuned. Let's watch it again. And, holy fuck. Just like Scary Movie 3. We haven't watched the Ring of Death movie yet, so let's watch that, Stay tuned. It's coming out, for fuck's sakes. Oh, God. And then the whole Peter thing, that's all I kept hearing, too, when I'm doing that, too. It's like, Peter? And then all I kept... I could literally imagine you if you were somehow in like the movie, and then it's just like Peter, 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 and then there's just you, bitch. Oh god, that's yeah. It was.
Remember, we were in the movie theater and then we kept farting, and it was so loud.
We were at the Garden City. I remember that so well too. We were at Garden City. I can't remember what movie we went to watch. Oh god.
Given Mr. Gibby.
Jiminy Man for Will Smith. Yeah, we were watching Jiminy Man of Will Smith, and it was like you and me, and maybe I think 2 other people in there. And the fact that it was that good of a movie.
There was 3, but one guy walked away because.
It was actually we eventually had the whole thing to ourselves because one guy left because we kept on shitting and he just had enough.
Oh yeah, he just was not having it. He was like, oh,
you kept on shitting your pants, whatever, and somehow you and me, what was it like? The second guy that left because we kept on like making the odd noise like and we look like I'm trying to watch the movie somewhat, and then you look behind you. I think if I was either in front or behind you, you kept on disturbing me like, you can't do that, but you're so quiet and creepy about it. One guy was looking at you, and he was like, "I'm fucking out of here." And then I think the last guy that left was because it was like we literally just like we switched spots about like 3 times, and then yeah, he left or so like we did like it was a good couple of weird things that we did, and then eventually it was like you even came up to me I think at one point like, hey, we had the whole thing to ourselves, we should fuck up. Oh god. We have the whole thing to ourselves. Yeah, they're like there's no one in the seats here? Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. So, what is it, like, what's that mean? We should fuck with your, big-ass owl eyes. Fucking Jesus. It was that whole, like, like, you the way you always look at me, too, it's like, we should fuck. God, Jesus Christ. And we just sat there, and I was like, yeah, and I think a good, maybe, halfway through the movie, when we finally shut the hell up, and we were, like, because I know for a fact that you and I, after it didn't take long, those 3 guys left, you and me would literally switch from the front row seats, mid seats, back seats, and we would go every 2 minutes. We were like,
to find the perfect chair.
We almost started playing hot, instead of hot potato, it was like hot chair or something like that.
I had to fart in each and every chair I can.
Oh my jeez, make it so warm, and it's like, ew, too hard, too soft, too warm, too stinky, too shit, someone actually shit here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh god, we literally, I can't believe how we spent like half the movie. We were watching it, strangely enough, but we were like, as we were watching, we were switching
spots. We had to move like once in a while, every second, because we got bored of our chair. Not the movie, but we got bored of the chair.
Yeah, I didn't have enough massaging on our asshole.
Yeah, there's no massaging features or jerking off.
Right? So we had to create that our own. Oh, fuck. As soon as eventually we finally sit down and watch it, it's like, yeah, let's go watch another one. We'll do the Tim thing. For fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I love that too. I know we talk about that quite a bit, but it's like the whole hey Tim, wanna come see a movie? Sure. Alright, well, just let you know we're paying for our own tickets. Okay. It's like, wait, what? We go see, we're gonna go see Lion King. Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna watch on my DS then.
He wasn't even supposed to be there that day. You fucked him over. You're like, yo, come hang out with him. I'm like, we're going to movies, and he shows up, and you're like, I'm like, what is he doing here? You're like, oh, I invited him, so yeah, we can tell him to fuck off.
It's like, yeah, we're gonna buy our own tickets.
You're trying to get like back at him for like, cause you were trying to do that YouTube thing, like, hey Tim, you agreed to do this thing with me, but then you backed out like halfway through the thing, and then we're like, yeah, no, I don't want to do it no more. And you're like, are you fucking kidding? You're backing out, and then you try to get payback for him going to the theater without,
I remember every stupid little thing on that too. Like literally, it was the stupid bullshit. Cause like when like we both like I talked to him. I'm like, hey, like I know Ty's not into wrestling, and JJ doesn't get like. I mean, he will to be a good friend, I guess, but he's not going to be whatever. Tim.
Unless he's something out of it.
Well, yeah, and Tim more or less would, he's ideally into it, and Jaden too. I'm like, whatever, makes sense. I was like, yeah, hey, Tim, do you want to come with me? Because there is a wrestling game I'm going to do for YouTube, and it happens to be a bit of a co-op story. Do you want to, do that with me? Join me. He's like, yeah, okay, sure, like the entire thing. It's only going to be like 2 hours, 30 minutes. Like,
and you were recording it for YouTube. You told him, he's like, I'm down for that.
Yeah, the entire thing. Like, recording for YouTube. It's a 2-player, story. I think it'd be a lot of fun doing that shit. And he's like, yeah, don't worry, I got you. It's totally. He's like, okay, sweet. And it's me, and he's like, well, how long is it? It's only 2 hours, 30 minutes. And then it was like, whatever, sure. Nothing big to him. And it's just like, it's almost to him, it's just like, it's just a thought of like, oh yeah, no, it's not a big deal. Who cares? Sure, yeah, totally okay, blah, 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 whatever, sure. And then it just kind of turns out where it's like, we started doing that. And then there was some, like, I guess, I had to, like, edit some stuff out. But then at the same time, it was also, like, I was, like, having the best time of my life. And I was laughing, crying. And it was great because, I mean, there's points where he was, like, always cocky about games. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kick your ass. I can't wait to beat you. And, whatever. And I'm like, right. Sure. I just, like, I'm just going to let it go because, like, well, I know he's going to die. And I kicked his ass. Well, not entirely, like, well, certain matches it was a mix of we either had matches together or we didn't. And then I honestly started realizing that was the first one, and then it was the heist. And so far, JJ and Tim are the biggest top half-assers of all time. Because so far, it's like there's two things that they, like, we started a project, and then just before the climax, that the actual fucking thing really happens, they fuck off. And I'm like, are you?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what do you, like, for the wrestling thing, we had a fun time, it was great, and then because on Tim's and he wanted to take a break, and like, we were maybe half an hour and we barely did anything. Even like playing for 2 hours is nothing. Tim will go on, like, and I know, like, knowing Tim, he'll do it for for a week straight. He wants to boast of how he's so fucking good at every little stupid thing. I'm like, Tim, we just barely started. Like, why do you want to break already? You would play Overwatch for like months on end without even looking away. And somehow not be dead. And then we take like a lot of breaks. It was like the equivalent of the heist. We take so many fucking breaks, and I'm like, look, let's just I mean, trying to get us all on together at the same thing, but. Eventually, it was a good, like, 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it wasn't even really done, maybe halfway, because Tim keeps on fucking around. And then as soon as I had to edit all that out, and then after I put it together, and then what it was like the road to WrestleMania, so it's like the biggest show for wrestling. And then it starts off with the Royal Rumble, the Chamber, and then the third one, which is Last Mania. And then we did that. We did the Rumble, we did the Chamber, and then after, it was like legitimately, I'm not even kidding, the final fucking little match we had, and then it was like the one, like the WrestleMania thing, and we would be done. It would be finished. End. Then we can, go home. And because after the Chamber thing, after I was having too much fun, kicking his ass, laughing my ass off, and having a great time, I guess he got fed up of, he couldn't beat me, and I was having too much fun, and, everything, and he got...
It's the classic thing, Will, you're having too much fun. Like, just, no, that's, like, not possible.
Fuck's sakes, yeah, I mean, apparently, because then that's when he got to the point where he was like, you know what, so... He, after that match, I think, if I recall, either he quit halfway through the last match, like, he just stopped playing, and then I had to finish it, or he did finish the match, or, no, I'm just trying to remember how it was for sure. Like, I finished the match, and then before I got to the 3 count, he quit. So it was 1, 2, and he paused it just before I hit 3. He quits the match, and it wasn't even a hesitation. It was like he paused it, went down, like, went to select the quit option. I thought he was going to fuck around and be like, I'm going to quit right now, but he paused it, went to quit, and quit. And then it just literally transitioned to, oh, okay, well, congrats, you're now at the main menu, so now what do you want to do? And I'm like, dude, what in the blue fuck are you doing? What is your problem? Like, this is like, I'm so, what the just how fucking happened? He looks at, like, he's looking, and he's giving me this, like, whole look and attitude kind of thing, as if, like, you know, I did something, I did something wrong, I offended him, and I'm like, dude, like, first of all, why did you quit? I almost had that, like, I would have won that match, and
remember, it's you, like, Ed, Tim, everyone else is like, no, I can't lose, because, you know, you like this game.
oh my fucking hell.
You want to have fun? No. Or, like, friends like that? No, we can't do that. Not for you.
It's so stupid. Again, it's like, once we did that, that's when he was telling me, like, you know, his justification was simply just, I'm tired, I want to go home, I'm bored.
Mom.
And yes, my mom. And I'm like, dude, though, like, literally, I have this last match. Beat this. I have to do this again because you quit. Do this second last match. Do WrestleMania, and we go home. Why? I thought, like, what happened? Like, why? Like, was it like? He's like, well, because you're and then bullshit, and then you're having too much fun and kick my ass, and fuck. And I'm like, I'm playing the game, so that's why because you don't like how it is. It wasn't the fact that if Tim was kicking my ass and winning, of course he would have stayed. That's usually how that works. It's, it's a competition. It's not, that was a great game. Sure, I appreciate having fun, whatever. Again, I invited him, which he agreed to do with, the whole thing of what we were doing. And we were that's why I'm saying I'm comparing it to the heist. It was like, hey guys, let's all do the DLC for the Dying Light, which is not that long. Let's do the heist for GTA.
Oh, we did the Dying Light thing because it was so easy. It wasn't for your birthday. Oh.
Yeah. Somehow.
It's for your birthday. No, we can't. Oh, shit.
Oh god, I don't understand that. It was like, for some reason, Dying Light's DLC was the most easier one to do because they were like, oh yeah, we're all on. Okay, so now we're going to GTA. I was like, oh, you know what, my mom. So oh shit, yeah, okay. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I couldn't understand it, but it was like, JJ tells me later, it's like, well, yeah, he's just not really into GTA, but he'll still do it. I'm like, what in the fuck? I mean, again, like, I mean, oh, the thing is like this again. When in the next couple months, when I'm either home or here, or whenever I get to live my because I don't really feel like I'm living my life right now. Like, I mean, again, I have this half-ass equipment. I bought a decoy mic and a mic stand. I'm doing YouTube for a little bit, sure, it's just kind of, because I miss this shit, but otherwise, it's like, when I feel like I have my actual proper stuff, and I don't have to worry about, exchanging mics, and I can just keep mine, and then have my actual proper equipment, and without Ed coming up to me every 2 minutes, hey, Billy B, yeah, I need to borrow your shit, but I never asked, so if you accuse me, then, we're breaking up, but I still love you. And then, of course, again...
You'll call me next day and you'll be obsessed with me.
And of course, him, and it's so... I literally have no reason. I don't miss home. And just my shit, that's it. It's like, JJ's mother... Yeah, call me when he's not here. It's like...
You miss JJ's mom.
Like, his mom calls me, and it's like, yeah, so he's home. Like, call me when you're here and he's not home. I was like, I call her up. No, he's home right now. She makes herself sound very, very out there for brazzers. Let me just put it to you that way. And I'm like, well, oh boy, sure. But I'm not even gonna bother because it's like she thinks I'm probably home.
Well, you should know, Will. Like, you should know when he's home because you live here too. And if you want to know if he's home, just look out your window and spy on us. Okay?
Oh my god. She's gonna want me to drive her again. I'm like, look, no, I really kind of don't feel like that.
Come all the way back to Winnipeg, go through all that pain of driving, all the way home. Just give JJ's mom a...
Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh god. Yeah, and, the whole... I don't know why, but everyone's such a fucking idiot back at home. Like, the whole... My dad just wants to, see me and bring home Cheese Whiz and smokes, and Ed wants me to just do the production and airsoft, and... Like, they're, like, it's just... Everybody seems to just want something. It's like, hey, well, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I want to...
Yeah, me too. I want to get something out of it, but I can't decide.
Oh my fucking god. I could tell people, it's like, hey guys, look, I know you guys miss me, and, you know, but not really, and you guys want me to do shit for you, but, you know.
Yeah, neither do I. You're a bitch. Never come back.
I do prefer, you know, I kind of want to have some me time and, you know, do my YouTube shit that no one gives a fuck about.
Oh no, you're bringing back world time?
Shut up.
Oh, that's gonna be forever, but like 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure. So, fuck's sake.
You'll be late trying to do your own free.
And then I asked him, hey, look, so I want to do my YouTube shit. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, we don't give a fuck about that. So because we don't, so you can't, so you have
You're
to.
gonna be like, yeah, but I didn't ask. So go get me some milk.
Yeah, everyone, all my friends, go get me milk. I need milk. Oh, fucking hell.
I hear your parents say it a lot, so, you know, I also gotta say.
Oh, God, fucking, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. At this point on, I'm literally just, I mean, like, I'm living life, sure, but to a point. So, again, like, I want to have my actual stuff here. And then, you know, my mom gone, my aunt gone. And apparently my mom is going to Thunder Bay.
What?
Like, my mom is going to Thunder Bay, apparently.
Oh, she changed her mind to where she's doing it now, huh? Well, how much money is she gonna take from you? I haven't decided.
Yeah, I can't. It's top secret FBI stuff. Oh, God. Yeah, so basically, I guess at this point, the one day that I can get my shit back and I can live my life again, I mean, when I'm actually officially for sure back at home, I'm only going to be letting a few people know. Like, my dad's my dad, so sure. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Like, oh, God.
Yeah, I wanna go smoke a doobie.
I want to get owl, oh my God. I want to get owled before anything else. Oh my God.
It's fucking.
Yeah, I'll call you up, like, hey, I'm back. Let's go fuck them up on the swing set. Yeah, so I'll let a few people know, but I mean, I can't.
You're gonna let me, Brad, know.
So I can hear he'll come out. I'm sleeping. God. I wish we can have some more memories like that too. Like, you know, not the him sleeping thing, but us on G.
I mean, that's kind of still funny to me because he was trying to convince us, you know, with the co-op and, you know, he was like, I'm sleeping and I'm still talking to you guys, so I am sleeping.
Oh, God. It's, and, okay, I'll put it this way. When I... Oh, my fucking... Oh, God. When I get back home, or when I can finally start actually filming all my shit properly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now, you know, and again, that's, oh, God, that's freaking hilarious. I mean, it's a bit off topic, but still the same thing. JJ was asking me, hey, are we going to play Back 4 Blood? Are we going to play Cold War? It's like, I never even bothered with, you know, to even give a shit to respond. But, because what I want to do is I'm going to ask JJ, Mac, and you. It's like, okay, can we finish off that stupid heist now? And then I kept it.
Okay, sure, but what do we get in return?
My dick not up your ass.
Being a friend, I gotta get something in return.
I'll just tell him, it's like, you know what you get in return? My dick in my pants and not up your ass.
Oh, that sounds like a bullshit.
Sounds like a bullshit. I'm feeling nice out today, so, you know.
Oh,
Your type is just so hot.
feeling nice out.
Yeah, sure. Oh my God. Ow.
I should make cookies.
That's fucking loud.
I'm gonna make cookies and shove them up my hand.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to finish, like, we do that one heist. I think there's 2 or 3 more. The diamond heist and, yeah, so there's 2 of them, the casino and the diamond or some bullshit.
Puerto Rico.
Well, yeah, like, in total, so I guess there's 3 more, but for the other side ones, the diamond and whatever, but...
Yeah, but you gotta add the ones that we won't even finish.
I mean, the kale prickle, you and I can just do. Fuck.
Yeah, we could do it first.
And then, I mean, Mac will also be good to go, but JJ, I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking give him a couple of
Holy shit, it's gonna be like a year since I talked to Mac, or even longer.
Oh, I should suck him off and tell him how happy you are.
Mackie Poo, let's go to the Millberries and suck off Tim.
Oh, you should, suck off Mac and tell him how much you miss him and shit. Yeah, sure.
No, that's too far. I talked to Paige.
Hey, careful, that's Tim's girl, man. He's gonna have a restraining order against you.
Oh my god, he's gonna put a restraining order on me.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I said it first because it's second.
Oh? Yeah, so I know Mac will be good to go, like, that's no question. JJ is, I'm gonna have to drive him to McDonald's and wait for him to ask me, to ask him, to ask me, to ask him, to ask me, to ask him for a burger.
And then you gotta put your fingers up his ass just for him to say he had sex.
The fact that day is still even, like, just... Hey, so I was waiting for you to ask me if I want a burger, to ask you to ask me. And then I destroyed Ty's car because, you know, he threw it at me first.
Because you didn't make up your fucking mind before I asked.
You know, see, you know, Ty, it's not my fault, so I don't know, like, you know, when we threw the sauce, Ty threw it at me first, so I threw it back at him and we opened it.
The fact that he's like, I threw it, like, it's my car, I put it back there currently because I'm like, I don't need sauce up here. Yeah, you guys are throwing it at me like I was throwing at the driver, yeah.
Was I forgot, I was in the passenger, like, I was sitting beside you, right? And Tim and JJ were in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you were like, you had sauce up front, you were just putting it in the, you just kind of put it in the back, and then that's when JJ just throws it back at you, and you're like, no, I want it fucking back there. You put it back there, and that's when, you know, he throws it to Tim, and Tim and JJ are fucking, you know, tossing each other salads back there, and then eventually it opens up or some shit, and then that's when...
It was JJ who did it because when I turned around, his face was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. Like who do you think I am? And then, like, he was like, oh my god, I actually am sorry, I'll even, like, dry clean your hoodie. I'm like, okay, you know, there you go. Yeah, but, you know, you can do that yourself, too. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, you didn't even get me anything, JJ. You didn't even do shit. Like, fuck. Oh my god.
It was the, so JJ opened it, or just it hit the seat and it busted open?
Oh, he threw it, and it hit my back, and then I went backwards to sit back because I was trying to get out the car. So, it didn't even need to be at me, but he threw it on me, and then I leaned back, you know, in the driver's seat, and it went kaput.
And then it went down the backside, or just like the side side? Yeah.
It's still kind of stained there to this day, funny enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, it was like a good solid, like, 5 or 10 seconds, because it was like, you know, you're like, oh, for
fuck. It was
fuck.
the whole thing, too. It was like the whole jar or whatever the fuck it was. Like, and I mean, could you imagine that in your car, in your seats, where you have the covers on them?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
It's like the cot that you sat on.
You know, that's bullshit.
I would never tell you, like, don't forget the chocolate. You're like, yeah, okay. My car, I know what I'm doing. Oh shit, the chocolate.
I mean, at least I acknowledged it, and then I looked like, and you took it.
You acknowledged it when you realized there's shit between your legs.
If you can find that and then send it to me, I'll make that part 2, like maybe the intro of it, and then it starts like.
I'll have to look later.
Like, I mean, I'll make that a part 3 or whatever you can if you can't, but I'm just like, that would be a great start to it. It's like, well, we're out here in that, you know, somewhere, you know, where you don't.
What month it was or anything like that? Maybe it was like last year. I think.
Oh yeah, no, it was like last summer. Or oh fuck, I'm trying to definitely remember. It was for sure. I want to say before we were out, because we were hanging out quite a bit this summer too ish. I would say.
We didn't do. I don't think we did shit that.
Maybe it was last summer. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, my pubes are on my face now. For fuck.
Okay, bye. I gotta go.
Well, wait. I was just gonna like end the part off of like if you were if you do confine. Oh my god, English. Fuck. If you can find it.
You can find.
Talk to like you now, Christ.
Like me, you mean like Ed?
Well, yeah.
I took English, so I know what I'm saying. Okay.
I took cooking class.
I mean,
I think with Ed, it was like I took cooking class, so I know how to play airsoft or something that had nothing to do with. But no, it was like if you can find it, because it was like you took a snap of like how we were like hey, we're just out in the we're just out in this like it was a new area, we weren't there, it was like ring clear, it's like oh yeah, we're just here and so forth and having a great time, and then you just look at me and it's like well Will shit himself again. It's like what the okay. Right. Yeah. So apparently that's. I don't know. It was like the. Oh my god. I was gonna say the milk melted. The chocolate melted right on like everything. My pants behind. You even checked behind me. And I was like, yeah. So and you want to slap my ass, but I was covered in shit. And then we were just like, oh god. I mean, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna like get that off and. We're checking out some.
Will shit himself again. Like this is.
We were checking out some.
Like, yeah, don't forget your chocolates between your legs, because I know you. And you're like, yeah. Like I'm like, okay, well, there's 50%. Like, okay, I believe you, but 50% you're gonna be Will. And I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, you got chocolate. You're like,
Yeah. And then after that, once I finally got it off, it's like, well. Shut up! I was right, because I know what I'm doing. That's kind of my seat covers are kind of all dirty, but that's I got those seat covers, hence the reason, especially when we bring kids with us and they like to do Michael's crafts bullshit in the back seat.
You're the most messiest one. Remember, you're like, yeah, no, kids back there, you can't have any sauce, even though like I spill popcorn, chocolate.
Oh my god! I tried to pick it up and I had butter. I lost control and the whole thing fell on the floor. And then somehow, I crushed it with my feet for some reason. It was all bullshit. Like I was just, No. I made a mistake, okay. Yeah, and that's, funny enough when you tell me that too, it's like, you're the messiest one, but you tell everybody else they can't be messy. And then Jade's like, yeah, you're messy. And you're like, yeah, Will. And it's like, and then back and forth. And it's like that episode of Rick and Morty when Tim didn't want to watch, but you offered me to watch anyways. And
he's going to be like, I don't know where he's going to be like, guys, stop ignoring me, and I don't want to watch it.
Hey, Will, do you want to watch... I can't believe that. I don't mean to keep bringing things. Hey, Will, do you want to watch Rick and Morty later tonight? Come to my place, want to watch it? And I couldn't even say a word. I was like, no, I fucking hate that bullshit. Tim, I was asking Will, do you want to watch it? No, bullshit. No, see, I knew you were asking, but, see,
anyways, I still don't care. Like, I don't want to watch it. It's like, I wasn't asking. I don't care. I just don't want to watch it, okay?
Oh god, I was just like, I was gonna respond, but I'm like, well, I guess he's gonna try it. I thought he was gonna answer for me, but oh god, the whole Rick and Morty poster. Hey, you wanna come watch it? No, well, I wasn't asking you though. I was like, well, no, but I'm gonna answer for him and me, so no. I just, oh my god.
That whole poster thing is still annoying me because like JJ was like so giddy, like, oh my god, a present, cool. Where's mine? Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, like, I'm not taking bumper now. Oh my god, dude. Just like, really? Just really?
Yeah, so he steals Tim's, little
but he has to, like,
Christmas-ish
gift.
gift.
The whole time because he saw how happy mine was. He's like, no, I can't stand for that. Like, just, no.
He steals Tim's Christmas-ish gift, and then he's
yeah.
like... Yeah, I'll give you my game because I feel bad I didn't get you anything. I was like, well, it wasn't meant for you because I mean, it's fine. I don't really need anything. Are you sure? Yeah, like 50,000 times trying to convince him like Ed, and it's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's like, oh, okay. And it's like, well, no, I'm gonna steal my game back then because you. And it's like, you are a little fucking bitch. And then I tell that to Ed, and he's like, so, I'm, and you tell me I'm, a piece of shit, and I'm like, well, you're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong on that one. Oh god, but no, that's why I have the seat covers. Is when people want to do arts and crafts, Jaden and bullshit, July. Well, no, I mean that's basically how it went. I mean they're burning shit back there. They're
I mean, getting poutine. We used to get poutine, and then like we'd either wait until we got somewhere really nice, like we're driving around finding a good view, and then we stop and we're like, okay, now we can eat it.
Oh my, that's what it was. We were wanting to eat it now and we were hungry, but we waited till the beach, and then that especially. Oh, I don't mean to keep. It's just the whole we were so close. We had our shit all right, we're going to Grand Beach, and then that's when Jane and Julie, what the fuck is your problem? We're supposed to go for my fucking sister, fucking downtown anywhere in that crack house.
Well, you're like, I'm hungry. Who do you think you are? Like, it's our family first, and then just as we're looking for them, they're like, you know what? We're kind of hungry. Well, let's go to McDonald's. Well, drive us to McDonald's, and you're like, what about your sister? Fuck, just fuck off. We're hungry now, okay?
Okay, so we're gonna go what? And then all three of you guys gave me the finger. I'm like, all right, well then fuck you guys too.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I was like, oh fuck me, fuck you, I'm out of here. And
I know how you're doing it because you were looking at us giving us the hand gesture, what's going on? You guys take a forever, and we're like, I think it was Julie or Jenny. It was like, fuck you with the middle finger. And I'm like, oh, those who are doing it. Yeah, me too. Yeah, fuck you.
And then I of course, I mean, if it oh god, I went to turn right. And I'm like, oh, this is a one way.
I was like, oh, he's gonna leave. So I jogged to the car, and then everyone else was like, well, I guess we can follow because what?
I mean, the
but,
thing.
You're stuck in traffic. So,
well, no,
yeah.
that's exactly the thing. Because I was like, I was gonna go to the right. I was going to the turn right, and I was like, it's a one way. I'm like, oh, I can't do that because Ty's gonna just bug me again. The whole oh, it's a one way. Oh shit, that's why you guys were so fucking lucky you got it. I was like a one way, and I had to stop. Ooh, fuck.
Because there was full traffic.
Every street I go down, even down in here in Edmonton, I'm constantly looking at the road. I'm like, okay, I don't see a sign showing one way because I want to make sure I don't.
You're just having you have to look for one way signs every day.
It's so crazy. The fact that it was literally a full ass traffic line of just, it was so busy, and I took the biggest fucking shortcut, which was
I can go to McDonald's. There's no other way.
it was 2 more feet, and I would have been in the normal
The drivers were giving you a hand gesture, what the fuck are you doing?
I didn't even see any of that because it was a reddish. I can't remember. I wasn't sure if it was just a little bit further, and there was another entry in there, so I could have went in or out or whatever. And I was like, no, I prefer the fuck.
You were turning, and I was looking at the one-way sign, don't turn here, do not enter, do not enter here, and then the black sign, and you're like, I want to turn here.
Oh god, the best part is, again, it's just how busy and full it was, and somehow I was able to give her shit, and I just went through everything, and I was like, well, we're here, what do you want?
Yeah, I was looking at the guys who were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And I'm like, I don't know, I thought this was a one-way.
Yes, this is a...
I don't know. Yeah.
It's a one-way, so I get to try it out the other way. See how it goes.
And then when you were trying to go to the fucking A&W, you went through the exit before.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then the place to exit, and you're like, I want to go through that way.
I mean, I was at least, I had the audacity to acknowledge, well, I did it last time, I'll go do it again. I go straight to the exit, and what was it? I enter through the exit for A&W, we get our stuff, and then I exit through the enter. Huh, yeah, alright, that was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, we've had fun time, I don't like it, so I'm gonna make it part 2.
Yeah, I don't like it. Let's go to Five Guys And, we went to so many burger fucking places. We was like Five Guys. There was like getting Whoppers too, and it was like always at night too. Like it's all these other shit.
And then they all gave us the we went to Five Guys and everything else. They were giving us the shits, and then McDonald's we stopped going to that.
Everything was good for me. I didn't get the shits unless I got a milkshake.
For me, I think it was a burger and fries. For me, it was like burgers and fries. And I'm like, you know, the milkshakes are okay.
Favorite.
What?
Those are your favorite to shit out.
Oh yes, and there was the McDonald's by IKEA that we went to. That's the biggest turnoff because we just see a guy. He was like a janitor with his fucking plumber's crack just hanging out 5 inches, and it's like, yeah. So he scratches his ass and he starts. Especially because he didn't have any gloves on. Oh, my ass cracking is itchy. Let me just reach back there quick and switch. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like greasy.
His oily ass crack is like, you know, just, oh my god, it was so bad. He scratches every little inch of it and, smells, you know, alright, kind of chocolatey, alright. Finished, and somehow has just finishes that burger, and it's like, I think I'm not, because we were always going there because the cheeseburger we had was bacon on it too.
It was all, if I think about it, I wonder why it was greasy. But
I mean, knowing you, it's really kind of strange because, like, when we were going there at first, it was like, yeah, it was really greasy, and I was like, oh, because like it was the, I think I had the burger first, and then you tried it, and then
it was good, and I had one that was like the greasiest, and the fries were like the like fresh and salted, like really salted. And I was like, those are two combinations, so I was like, oh, this is the best one. And until that big fat guy just ruined the whole thing, it was just like, oh, my food tastes weird. My food tastes gross. What the hell is wrong with this today? We look over, oh, I'm going to work today. Oh, my ass cracked.
It was, oh, God. Yeah, we both had that.
Like, it was so, I was so...
It was just like all 4 of us, you, me, Tim, and JJ were at that same McDonald's and we had a good ass burger. It was a cheese, it was a couple patties, I guess, or something, but the bacon on there and the bacon and onion were the top ones that really took it away. We were in love with the burger. And then that's when, you know, that's again the same thing where JJ's like, oh, that's a really good burger. You owe me a burger. Oh, sure. And I'm like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to like ask me if I wanted one because, you know, sure. And I'm like, no, I know. Yeah, where he destroyed your seats with that sauce.
We went in there only for that reason. I was like, okay, we need to get apparently JJ a burger. So let's go to McDonald's. Like that's the one we're doing. That I was like, okay, we're all hungry and we'll owe JJ a burger. Apparently, okay, we're going. We went there for that reason. We ordered. He didn't say shit. Like 20 minutes later, where's my burger? You guys didn't get it for me. It's like. You didn't ask. We asked, like, what do you want on? No, you guys should already know. Okay, do you want this on? No, but yes.
And the bigger part was, as I was like, he didn't do a thing. He didn't ask. And I'm like, oh my fuck. So I went to the, you know, interaction machine. And then, you know, the big machine, you can, you know, customize your burger. And I'm doing that. And then he was like, you know, I'm like, okay, what do you want on your burger? And he's like, you know, well, I mean, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is what you're going to have. So he's like, actually, I want to put, and then he's tapping on the plus for like more bacon and patty and all this shit. And then I'm like, okay, no, like you're not doing that. He's like, well, why not? You want me a burger? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get, oh my God, yes, I do. Yeah. Like, but, like, the thing, like, well, no, because he bought me a burger because, like, I was asking him, like, hey, can you cover for me for now? Because, I've asked him a couple of times, hey, can you cover me right now? Because I don't have money right now, but I'll pay you back after. He's like, yeah, sure. So, it was, like, Jesus Christ. So, that's when, like, he was, like, throwing on, like slices of bacon. And I'm like, dude, you freaking goof. It's almost, like, it was... I think $90 to $1 for every slice of bacon he was adding on. He was,
yeah, it was like $2 or something extra for bacon.
And he was like adding on like 5 of them. I'm like, hey, so that's like overdone, and I'm not like, oh, that's not.
It's like over 10. That was over like $13 right there.
Well, yeah, and I'm just like, hey, that's not how that's gonna go. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Because when I got a burger, you didn't pay $1 million for mine. I didn't tack on like thousands of frickin', pepperoni stripes or strips on there. And then that's, or bacon, Jesus Christ.
Pepperoni stripes. Oh shit, I mean bacon. That one.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry, but sure.
You're getting old.
Yeah, and I'm just getting dementia. Oh god, sure, yeah. But I mean, otherwise, that's, oh god, it was that whole one time I had the burger, cheese, and the bacon, and then the onion, and then you and JJ really liked it. We went to go get some. That guy that just turned it all off, it was like, well, that's bad. And again, like, yeah, now we think, like, where did that grease come from? And sure, but then it's also like, knowing you like disgusting things for some reason.
Yeah, back then it wasn't like that, but later down the line, yeah, it was okay. My belief in it was.
I don't get it. It's like, hey, so yeah, I mean, today I had a great time with, a little someone, and it's like, well, okay, and it's like, yeah, she was great, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Jordan Pike. Why?
Well, if the lights are off, why not?
Oh my fuck, that's it confuses me all the time. It's like, why in the blue fuck?
I know, that's fine.
I need to get rid of some frustration, if you know what I mean. So I have to see her, and I like how you told me before, like that stupid one story. Like I was coming home from work one day, and I was going to Sev to get a Slurpee, and as soon as I get my Slurpee, I sit back in the car and I'm like, ooh, look at this, we have a bit of a problem here, Houston. Well, I look across the street and.
And I was just like, oh my god, I'm fucking in the mood. I just gotta go over there.
You were fine the entire day, and then after you get the Slurpee, you sit down. Ooh, I got a problem here. This is I look across the street, and it's like, oh, she's in for Toys R Us today, isn't she?
Well, you don't have the same kind of reaction. Oh right, you only have that. Oh right,
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
That is just the like you and oh boy, oh god, it's a weird equivalent. You going with what?
Julie.
Oh my god, no. It's you and Jordan Pike, and she's playing with your George of the Jungle, and then and then there's just apparently me and Aaron, and then
Yeah, that seems alright.
oh, what the fuck? It's just strange how you even tell me half this time. It's just like, oh, she's so, and it's like, well, then why do you spend the time with? Because I really need Houston to just relax. I gotta get, I gotta get frustration out. Yeah, but I'm confused. You like her, but you don't. It's like, yeah.
No, I don't. But I'm horny.
Well, then why don't you try
Man,
Aaron or
you don't
Vera?
understand. You're a person that is old.
Oh my I could, that 40-year-old virgin movie. I could beat that movie. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna deeply try and make sure I'm 6 years old and I haven't, I haven't shot the score yet. Fuck. Why didn't you try Aaron or Vera then?
I did.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, well then why didn't you send me it?
I could have. There was paper.
There's paper, what?
There was pictures. I only did it once, and then I was like, oh.
Oh god, I feel so bad for I don't know what. The picture or like, I don't know what I feel bad for. You, her, the picture. I think oh god.
Well, I know how much you like those pictures. You know what? I'll send some more.
You know what? I'm gonna go to fucking Dominican. That's
Well, there's people over there with pictures and all of those stuff.
you bring Jordan Pike with you and Aaron, and then we'll have a and then we'll have a or and Vera, and we'll have a discussion, a disgusting fivesome or
Discussion.
Oh god. We'll have a disgusting 5 to 6
No, I'm
sum.
good.
I wasn't asking.
Nearly.
Oh. Well, then let's do it.
No. Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because you're old and a bitch.
Well, we already know that.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know, I think, like, okay, you're 22, right?
Oh my god. Yeah. No.
21?
I'm 19.
Man, I know you want to be closer to someone's age.
Do I know you?
You're about to.
Yeah. Asking my age, and you're about to.
Well, Jason Statham says it all the time. You're about to.
No.
You're a real fucking bitch, you know? I just don't. I can just see you now. I can just see you now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Please don't! What the fuck is this? It's just a montage of all of us being retards. The normal gaming night. No! Don't! Oh no! Don't do this. What the hell is this? It's hard to tell. Okay. Oh no, I'm so scared. I don't know. Oh boy.
I'm so scared.
Oh, there's more to it. What the fuck was that? You have a montage of so much other weird shit. What was I eating? A bowl of rice at Tim's place?
That was ramen because you were like, oh, I left it 2 days in my room. I gotta eat it now. And I was like, can't eat it.
Oh wow, all 4 of them. All those retards. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just take. Oh yeah, oh my. Roman Reigns and eggs. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Shut up. I can't. This like. Why do you send me this? Oh man, that's gotta. Oh no.
Because you're asking for a picture. There you go.
No. No. Oh no. What the? Is that GTA? I don't care what they tell you. Titties are titties. Oh.
That's the guy.
What? That's what this hurts my head. Oh no. So the first one is a bunch of wolves fucking each other around. Titties are titties. He's freaking out. Oh no. Oh no, that's. It doesn't look like a dude. But sure.
Oh, you want more?
No! No. 25 years difference. 40 years difference. Oh no. Yeah, okay.
I have to go find it again.
No, I just. What is your fucking problem? Why do you gotta look for
Oh,
this?
it's good. Keep asking for pictures like that, so yeah, I gotta help you.
Oh my god, I don't fucking.
Hey, you're asking about it.
No! Oh my. And then you sent me the Daily Penis. There you go, bitch. That was your sausage. Just. Oh god. You know, I've been still recording all this too. It's been like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and oh boy. Because I don't know. This has been weird shit. You're scaring me. I don't know if I want to. I don't. You know. No. Oh, what the. Oh my god. What? That's a
You asked.
dude.
Yeah, and it has a penis.
Oh, God. That's the same fucking. Oh my. Okay, well I think I'm done here.
Oh no, wait, you asked. I'll show you.
Billy B. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is almost looking. Why does this look like your ex or something?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, 2 weeks later, let's have them again.
I don't know why I'm saving this shit.
Because, you know, you're willing, you're interested, and you're gonna show Ed later. That's why he's always confused.
I should send these to him. Well, let's turn into a podcast, so I'm gonna just put this on. I'm just gonna put this on YouTube itself. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you should watch it.
You'll get age restricted because you're well.
Fuck. I can't look at this shit. I'm done here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you got that one I sent, the OCD bullshit?
No, I just don't care.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah, okay, I gotta go back.
Why? That was a funny Battlefield video though. You sent me the trailer of it.
Yo, have you seen Joe? Yeah, who's Joe? Joe, mama!
Yes. Oh god.
That happening with Battlefield. Some dickhead. Yo, have you seen this guy? No? Yeah! He gets run over by a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know you're well, so.
Shut up.
And, yeah.
We should make.
Without a job.
Yeah, but you're homeless too.
No, it's different. I'm black, so.
Yeah, when we get the Battlefield again, we should try and do something like that. That'd be kind of funny and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
No, shut up, I didn't ask.
I didn't answer.
Oh, what?
I didn't answer.
No, bullshit. So yeah, what the
Shut up. Okay, bye, bitch.
we should do that though, that video. Like,
Yeah.
we should make one, like, I thought you want...
Homeless people, it's just.
I
It's
thought...
my religion.
Oh, well then, you can just, don't be so cultured for a minute. We can...
Are you saying I'm not black?
Sort of. You're a rug.
I'm a black rug?
When we get this game, like, we should do these videos though, like, if we can get the custom shit cameras. Fuck.
What the fuck?